Hey y'all, it is Wednesday the 22nd. We're here for another live show. Just a quick note, my head is actually hurting me. Today has been very, very hot. So, here comes the summer and here comes me, having 10,000 different problems with the heat, right? So, yeah, I have a slight headache, but guess what? Today I have a little jig, a little step in my, what do you got? A little pep in my step. Today I have a little pep in my step for sure. Ain't nobody gonna spoil my mood today. Doesn't matter what comments roll in, guys. The pep in my step ain't going anywhere. Anyway, welcome to another show here on TXT Track Time. And yeah, before we get into anything, just want y'all to know, please hit that like button and share if you care for sure. And I hope y'all care, so share. Just hit the like button. You should already be subscribed for sure. But yeah, today foresee a good show because I'm gonna have a lot of people in the comment section going off and saying, "Oh my God, your expectations are too wild. Your expectations are too crazy." You know what I mean? I'm looking forward to it all. You know what I mean? But as usual, before we get into anything about today's events or what I decide to talk about today, let me know who's here. Sound off in the comment section below, or to the side, and let me know who is here with me. Hey, O'Shane, what's good? Welcome, 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 guys. Y'all not talking to me. Come on, guys. Get in the chat. Get in the chat. Today is supposed to be a fun day and I'm not seeing y'all get in the chat. So, while I wait for y'all to come on and say something in the chat, let me just get into. I suppose I can talk about this particular thing. So, over the weekend, Rai Benjamin opened up his season and he ran a world leading time over the hurdles. I think it was it 36.6 or was it 36? What am I saying? 36, 46, sorry. 46.6 or I think it was 46.64. He ran to open up his season, Everybody was like, okay, right, Benjamin is in the conversation, definitely coming for something, try to probably dethrone the warrior out there. Karsten Warholm, but Karsten Warholm comes out today and runs the second fastest time ever in the 300-meter hurdles. He holds the world record for that particular event. So he comes out and he reminds y'all why he's the world record holder. With I believe he ran the time 200 per second outside of the world record. So he ran a 33.28 seconds in the 300-meter hurdles to open his, account outdoors, that is, and remind everybody because he did run indoors. He ran at the World Indoor Championships. I believe that was the only time he ran indoors, and I believe he walked out with a silver medal. I think he lost to Alexander Doom from Belgium. I think that's what happened during World Indoors for the 400 meters. But anyway, with that said though, he opens up his season with a solid world, you know, almost world record attempt, you would say. Well, it was a world record attempt. I'm assuming that that's why he ran it because nobody runs the 300-meter hurdles as far as I'm concerned. So I'm assuming the reason he ran it was to break the world record. Didn't happen. Just shy of it, 2/100ths of a second, as I said, outside it, which is wild. So he opens up his season and he's reminding everybody, as I said, that yeah, he's still the man in charge when it comes to the 400-meter hurdles, and it was very, very, very impressive. Oh, a super chat right off the bat. Hey, is this Chat Diamond? Did you change your name to Diamond Chat Diamond, or is this somebody else? Hey, thank you for the super chat. 9.99. Not yeah. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. Um, hey Angela, what's up? Hey Shanique. Hey Ferdinand. Hey Ronnie, Ronnie Star. Or Ronnie Star. What is that? Well, I don't even know how to pronounce it. Hey Rachel. Um, I am a Saint Marsh. Oh, you're from Saint Martin. Okay, very hot. Listen, I was dying today. As I said, I have a headache, but I have a pep in my step today as well. So I'm excited and I'm very much happy. Hey, Diamond, thanks again for the super chat. I appreciate it. Husk, hey, beautiful. Hey, Husk. Good night, Jordan. Jordan, please don't lose your screws in my chat tonight, okay? I see you losing your mind on Twitter. Calm down, okay? Breathe. Just take two deep breaths and be like, okay, Shelly is good. Shelly's gonna be coming out. Don't worry. And when Shelly is ready to come out, of course, we're also gonna have a fanfare for her. No questions asked. Um, where am I now? Hey Mark. Hey Kimisha. No one beats Warholm on his best. I have to say, I don't think anybody is infallible. So while I think that, some people may have a stronghold, you may say, on a certain event, I don't think they're unbeatable. I think there are days they will lose. We've seen him lose already. And I have to also appreciate what I see Ray Benjamin doing. Ray Benjamin is doing absolutely phenomenal. So, and he's opened this season very strong. And I just like how smooth he also looks. He did clip, I believe, what was it, the ninth hurdle or something? He clipped her before, on the home straight, but he still looks very smooth with how he runs. So let's see what this progresses to. One, when they get to the USA Championships, clearly, and two, of course, Paris. I'm expecting he will be on the boat. Why am I talking about boat? That sounds like my sister. He will be on the plane. Yeah. Um, hey Mark, what's up? Um, duh, duh, duh. Blake 10.25. I soon get to Blake. No, it's not Chat Diamond. Okay, Chat Diamond is different from Diamond. Okay, I appreciate it. So now I know there's a difference. Thank you, Diamond. I appreciate it. Um, thank you, Kimisha. I appreciate that. Hey, good night, Julius. Jordan T. I told you I only did it for fun. The trolling, that is. I see. I see why people love to come and troll. No, so but apart from that, I see you spazzing out online, wondering where Shelly is, and I'm just saying, calm down. She'll step out soon. Um, did Brianna run today? No, she didn't. The men are up first. So what they do is they run males, then females, then I believe all the finals come up on maybe the final day, I think. Or is it men finals and then I don't even remember, but yeah, they run males and females. So tomorrow's when Brianna runs. I'm gonna have to look back at the schedule. Actually, I can just look at it now and tell you because I have the page open anyway. Um, so the women run tomorrow, as I said. Okay, so they run the quarterfinals for the men on which is the finals for this particular meeting anyway. Okay, so they do men then women then men then women. So all the male finals for the qualifier that is come up on Friday, and then for Saturday that's when the women's finals come up. And then of course the rounds come up tomorrow for the women, and the men's rounds are actually today. I'll probably do a wrap up video on that and post it in the morning about what happened from the various qualifiers that's going on. Yeah, so that's that. All right. So with that said, guys, let's get this show popping off. Let's start with Johan Blake. So Johan Blake ran today, and interestingly, guys, he runs a season's best 10.16 seconds to what, in my opinion, seems to be a reignition of what we may have thought was a dying flame. Now, I do recall, talking about it recently and saying, especially after what's happened in Rabat. Things are definitely looking sticky for Johan. But in a run he pretty much, catches up to the rest of the field because honestly nobody's doing anything extra special other than what we saw from Julian Fort and Akeem Blake. Remember, and Akeem Blake was living in the 10-2s until he dropped that, 10-0, right? So with that said, he pretty much brings himself right down in the conversation with a 10.16, and that was done in the heat. In the final, he false started, which I'm wondering if this is going to become a problem because last year he false started out of trials, and I'm thinking to myself, why am I noticing that a lot of people from this club are false starting so much? You know what I mean? But anyway, in the finals he false started, and then he placed, what was it, second or third? I think it was third in the final, running that 10.25 seconds, right? I'm gonna actually play the race so that y'all can see exactly what transpired with Johan Blake. I want to play the 10.16 first. So let me share my screen, and then I'm going to play the 10.25. It's like every time I come on this thing, I forget how to use it. Share Johan Blake. Okay, here we go. All right. So this was a 10.16. So let me just click play. All right. Not a bad technical execution, I would say. I'm trying to figure out, when did Johan start running like this? His running style has changed a bit. I'm just trying to remember when he started running like this. To be fair, but I think this is a was a pretty good execution from Johan. So I'm gonna go into now the finals. So I'm gonna show you what that run looks like as well, so that you all can see. Wait, let me pause this and get back to finding the actual. Let me find the actual final. Okay, here we go. Oh, wrong thing. Wait, it's sweet me. I don't know why it wants to open up over here, but whatever. Let me open it back in Chrome. Yeah. Okay, so the final. Let's pause. Let me reshare my screen so that y'all can see what's happening. So let me present, share screen. Which one do I have? Sure.
But it's Helmers, the German who
Okay. All right. So this is Johan.
Jamaica, Fuchs of Austria, and on the outside, Federich of
So
Switzerland.
clearly a
And
clear false start.
Federich.
But these low key meets, they're not gonna DQ you. So that's pretty much what happened. So yeah, here's back in the race. Um
Well, Almaz gets a really good start. Now it's Blake coming back at him, but Almaz, the German, doing well and coming through very strongly in lane 5 is Fuchs. But it's Almaz, the German.
all right, so that was the final run with Johan. So potentially, maybe I would say, because his execution didn't look as strong clearly as it did in the heat, but we also have to factor the wind, because I believe the wind in the heat was like 1.9 meters per second wind. What was the wind in the final? The wind in the final was a positive 0.9. So clearly the wind also affected the times. Oh, and Johan Blake's time was at 10.26, not a 10.25, right? So I think that the false start affected his run somewhat, but I also think that we have to factor in the win that he got in the heat as well, versus what he got in the final. Overall, it was still a better than what we saw the previous few days ago. You know what I mean? I think the heat run though was executed much better than the finals. I'm not sure if he was thrown off. I'm just assuming that he may have been thrown off based on the false start. There seemed to have been reaching a lot as well, rather than executing when he was getting close to the line. You just have to finish executing, you know what I mean? And that will carry you through the line rather than reaching. And I saw a lot of reaching towards the end as well. So yeah, but again, it's a positive, it's a plus, and he pretty much reignites, as I said, the dying embers, at least what we thought, was literally the dying embers, of his career, and puts himself in what I would say is a positive position to maybe make the relay team to Paris, you know what I mean? And all he wants to, be at this particular point is beyond the plane to Paris. You know what I mean? So, if he makes that relay team, then goal achieved, right? So, let's see what happens. In the next couple runs, at least at trials, let's see what happens there. But his times are coming down, and that's what we need, right? And yeah, so that's an improvement, and I'm happy for him actually. I think I was saying this earlier. I'm actually very happy for him because, as I said, I was very worried watching how his season was going, and I was just thinking, with all the young guys that are around, is he even gonna make it? You know what I mean? So I'm glad seeing that. Yeah, the times have come down. You know what I mean? So yeah, we're getting closer to trials, so I'm happy that he's performing better. Clearly, 10.16 is not anything, remotely close to what he's ever gone. 10 point, not 10 point, 9.69, to be the second fastest, or tied second fastest man ever. Not the second fastest time, but the second fastest performer ever. You know what I mean? So we know where he's coming from, but we just have to take these, small strides. It's a stride, and yeah, we have to appreciate it. So I'm happy seeing what happened with him here. Um, hey Keisha, what's up? Um, every time Blake drops a fast time like that, and then nothing else like that. Um, Again, guys, we have to give him the benefit of the doubt. He's definitely getting there, so we have to take, the small positives and move with that. You know what I mean? It clearly is nothing close to, again, where his best is, but based on what's happening, it's a stride in the right direction, and we have to appreciate that. Um, Freighter not good for him, but I understand the maybe loyal. I don't know if it's a loyalty thing because I've been hearing other things, but okay. Um, Saturday can't come already. Dying for see me Queen Elaine. You know what? Somebody said to me in the comments that I won't be sleeping for the rest of these days until Saturday. Yeah, I probably won't be sleeping. I'm so stoked and hyped about seeing that she's coming out. And again, I'm gonna touch on Elaine when I get to Elaine, but I'm waiting a bit because we have to touch other topics, right? I'm really stoked on Elaine, coming out for sure. Um, did he lose in the finals? Yes, he did. He placed third. Um, Lots of Jamaican people are stuck in the no. They want the athletes to compete no, and then when the big event comes, they can't perform and to win world titles. They wonder why. I don't necessarily think that the athletes or the people are stuck in the know. It's just that you've come to expect certain things from certain athletes, especially when you look at how they typically trend in a normal, what you consider their normal season. So if you cross reference a normal season for many of the athletes in 2024, then yes, you're scratching your head wondering what's going on, because the performances are nowhere close to what they're typically doing on a year to year basis, right? But even with that said, so I can't fault them, and especially from a fan perspective, I'm watching it with two hats on. So I'm watching as an analyst, and I'm also watching as a fan. So the fan wants to see the fast times and the great performances. So that's me, sitting there in that particular moment. But then the analyst in me also is sitting back and saying, well, I understand this because of XYZ, blah blah blah, and then I'll be able to explain it away. You know what I mean? But some people are just fans of the sport and really want to see the performances, especially if that's what you've become used to from the athlete, right? So it's pretty strange seeing a lot of these athletes so slow, and we're gosh damn the end of May, and we still haven't seen anything phenomenal, especially in the sprints. You know what I mean? So yeah, everybody's looking around and scratching their head, and you can't really fault them. You can't really fault them. Like, what's going on? You know what I mean? Hey Pagan, what's up? Um, Good night. See, hey Dandino. Happy for Johan on his YouTube channel. He was saying he's in 2012 shape. Ah, boy. I don't know. I want to go that far. Hear what? I'm one of the people that it has to see it to believe it. Let's put it that way. But I'm happy seeing him make some kind of progress. Um, these young boys are too fast for him. I think he can make the if he continues progressing in this kind of way, because remember, Akeem Blake was stuck in 10-2s, right? And then he just dropped to 10-0. You know what I mean? So it's the same thing with Yohan. He was up there living into, I don't know, La La Land, and then he just dropped into a 10-1. So again, and I keep referencing the fact that how much time these coaches need to really get you in tip top sprinting shape. They don't actually need a lot of time. And from now till trials is literally still 5 weeks. So they have time. They have time to really get these athletes in tip top shape. So yeah, as long as the background work or the background training, has gone in, then the fast times will come. Um, why didn't I know that Johan had a YouTube channel? Say what now? I have to look for that right now. Johan Blake. I didn't know Johan had a YouTube channel. When did he start this up? I don't see no Johan Blake YouTube channel. What's it called? I don't know. What's it called? I don't see no Johan Blake channel. I don't see a Johan Blake YouTube channel, so I'm not sure. Um, see, you're now at 30K. Thank you guys. I completely forgot about it. I remember before I came on because I noticed right before I came on and then I completely forgot. I don't know how I forgot. So I was looking at it earlier on. Well, somebody pointed it out to me earlier on and I was saying maybe by the weekend I'll be at 30K. You know what I mean? And then, these past few videos, have really, gone well from a viewership perspective. And I guess the subscribers just rolled in and today it's 30K. I am so happy. Oh my gosh. Yes, it took a lot of hard work to get here. Plus also y'all support. That's what's most important because I couldn't be here without you. So thank you as well. I appreciate it. And yes, my sister sent me a message and she said, we're on our road to 100K. And yeah, on the road to 100K, it's going to take much more work clearly just to get there because it's how much it took just to get to 30 because track and field is not a popular niche on YouTube, so it's harder to get there unless you're an Olympian. Then you can forget just coming on and just whoops, your subscribers just going up like that. You know what I mean? So it's gonna take a lot of hard work. But yeah, with y'all's continued support, we'll get there. We'll definitely get there, and I'm happy. I'm definitely happy. For sure, for sure. Check. Hey, Drew Fortis, what's up? 30K is here. Congratulations, more to come. Thank you, coach. Um, Yay, T, congratulations to 30K. Yay, I'm at 30. Thank you. Um, all three of the top guys are running 9.8s and the second tier guys running 9.9s. Then you have the third tier 10.0s. No, I agree with you. You know what I mean? But if he can get into even the second tier, that's a relay spot, right? So I never say never. And then I'm still not even counting him out 100% for the individual team. Now, logic tells me clearly, you know what I mean, that it's not going to happen. But never say never. You know what I mean? Never say never. You never know what these guys will be able to pull out of their hat, on any given day, right? So I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what will happen for him when he gets to the trials. Never say never. Thank you, McCain, for that 9.99 euro super chat. I appreciate it. Thank you. Um the coach is next. The link is in the chat if you'd like to join. Clipped Johan Blake TV. Oh, I just searched the Johan Blake. Let me go TV. Oh, but this channel looks like it's been around for a while. I actually know this channel now that I'm thinking about it. It's just that he has stopped posting frequently on it. I know this channel, but I'm not subscribed. Let me subscribe. Okay, now I'm subscribed. Maybe I'm subscribed with my other channel because I know it. What not my other channel, my other page. So before I became a YouTuber, I've always had my other page that I watch stuff from. Clearly that's not the one I used to create the YouTube channel, right? So I still have that. That's the one that I use mostly or mainly to watch stuff from. Yeah, so maybe that's the one that I know it from. So um thank you, Julius. I appreciate it. And again, guys, I keep saying it's you guys have been rocking with TXT track time, and yeah, we just have to keep chugging along. Choo choo. The train is rolling. The train is rolling. Thank you, Ty guy. Um, Dondino, yay! Thank you. T, you remember the excitement from last year during the championships and Diamond League you when you got more subscribers? Can I tell you? Last year was really an eye opener year for me. At least the championship was, because I've never experienced a championship on this channel. I keep telling you all that there's always something going wrong because I was still learning YouTube, getting demonetized left, right, and center. And what people don't understand about getting demonetized is, yes, they tell you that you can still create content, but your content is shadow banned. Like most people don't know that you're posting, right? Because they're not promoting your content. So with that said, it was still a struggle 100%. So for the most part, when I was demonetized, I was like, you know what, whatever, I can't be bothered at this particular point. I still want to talk about trap, but who is going to hear me anyway? You know what I mean? So to finally see what the channel was capable of doing last year was definitely eye-opening for me. And that's why I kept saying to you all, or I keep saying to you all, that 2024 is going to be our year. You know what I mean? I'm making sure that I'm dotting my I's and crossing my T's when it comes to monetization. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to step on anybody's toes. You'll see me use little snippets here and there, but I have to be, smart and tactical about it. Which snippets to use, which ones not to use, you know what I mean, and so forth. But yeah, the channel has been growing, rapidly, and I expect by the time, the Summer Olympics rolls around, things are gonna get even wilder, you know what I mean? So yeah, I'm excited for that. Who popped in and popped out? Somebody just popped in on my thingy and then popped out. Listen, if you're gonna come on and talk, come on and talk. You just wait for me to add you, okay? Javon is my same. I always support your channel. This name sounds familiar, like an athlete I know. Javon Smith. I love your channel so much. I like how you talk and tell people about the sports left, right, and center. Like me, I want to become a sports journalist. Well, guess what? You just have to get in there. Get in there, and slowly but surely you'll build up confidence. And the more you talk, is the more you'll actually realize that, hey, you're getting it slowly but surely. And then, on a platform like this, where I get to correspond with so many people, I'm also learning a lot as well. There are a lot of takeaways every time I'm talking to persons where I can use to reaffirm, what I've already known, or just learn new stuff in general. You know what I mean? So yeah, just get in there. Get in there. Get in there. You just have to start. Thank you, Dexter Baker. I appreciate the 10.99 super chats. Euro showing some support for the athletic news you provide for Jamaicans who cannot get that information. Let's hope the team get ready for Paris, because I will be there. Okay. Also, congrats for 30K. I appreciate it. You know what you guys need to do? You guys need to DM me when you're at these meets. DM me little snippets and show me that you're there. You know what I mean? So I can, put it up onto my channel and say, hey, highlight you all. Because you guys don't really give me anything to highlight you all. I'm just saying. All right. So we have Zal here. Who is Zal? I swear, Zal, this is not your name in my chat.
Old time friend. So I was
Hello.
on your program last year during the World Championships. So
Oh, you were.
yeah.
What was your
So
name then? Because I'm sure it
it
wasn't Zal.
it still just leave it as
It, oh, maybe I just forgot then. I'm sorry. Welcome back to the show. All
yeah.
right, so I soon get to you, Zal, in terms of, I guess the interesting thing to discuss today is Elaine, but we're not there yet. We're not there yet. But maybe you can tell me, what are your thoughts about Johan Blake?
Well, I think Johan has tried for Jamaica. To be honest, I think that injury. I don't know. I don't know the kind of injury he had, and that's the thing about the sports. There's some injuries that gives you. Chris, he's done enough. So I don't. I'm not going to criticize Blake. What is the? He can't. There's a limit to where you can stretch the body and what scientists can do. So this is like 3, 4 years now. I think 5 years now. He's been going. I think he ran 10.7. I saw one snippet on his Facebook. I don't know. He went to one crazy. He went to his low-key meet in Italy or one country just to get, around 10.71.
Um,
I was like, is it 10.71 or 10.6? I can't remember if that was what I saw.
which year? How
So
long ago?
no, this is a fresh meat or something. I think it went to a quiet. It's not one of this silver or gold. You know,
All right, because since his injury, his fastest he has gotten down to was so the injury came in 2013, right?
yeah, I
So
know
the
he ran
fastest
10.
since then was the 985 he did a couple years ago in 2022.
Yeah, 2 years ago, the Jamaican at the Jamaican year trials. Yes,
Yeah, the trials.
that was like we thought it was a resurgence. I was like, oh, he's back.
Yeah, we did. We definitely did, but it wasn't to be because he went to the Eugene Dam not Diamond League,
The
the
World
the
Championships
Eugene World Championships, and
and
everything
Fizzler.
was just a bust. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, well,
yeah, but
I'm
guess
here to talk
what?
about Elaine. I'm excited. I can't wait. If I'd not, to be honest, if I'd known Elaine was running, I would have gone to Oregon this weekend. It would have been very easy. I'm based in the States, anyways. I'll have just gone to Oregon. But you never know. I could change my mind on Friday and hop the plane.
Oh,
I
listen, if you're going, just try to get some snippets of Elaine.
may.
Send them to me.
I may. Woo, it's gonna be
I
interesting.
swear, I'm Elaine's number one cheerleader around here.
I
I swear
know.
to you.
I know. I feel it's gonna be interesting. I don't know. Yeah. I'm thinking for okay. To be honest, I know a lot of everybody wants crazy to be anything Elaine drops is her first race, so I'm not bothered about. Like we know when she's gonna peak, but with
Hmm.
Renato Walcott, it's a different. This is not MVP. His strategy is, I think so. They both have different strategy. MVP, I think Stephen Francis likes people to talk about. He likes giving us things to talk about, right? Like, okay, now we're talking about Sherika's 22.82. Yeah, negative 1.1 meter per second wind. I didn't expect that. I expected her to run like a 22.5. Fine, it's her first race. She didn't even have any competition like people to push her, like maybe Daranita or Dina. I'm not talking about Shikari or Gabby. Even Gabby ran a crazy, was it 23? I don't know what she ran this last poor race. The one
She said that she was in a training block and she always runs this way when she's in a training block, so she'll be ready for the USA trials and
trials.
everything like
Well,
that.
yeah. So at this point, I think Shakari, everybody's trying to hide their hand, but there's no more hiding again. It's game time, a month to all the trials.
Emma, it's game time now. That's why you're seeing the athletes come out, week after week, and now you're seeing the times, starting to drop because I
Drop.
I, I hear Noah Lyles, talking things up about what he's going to be doing the next time he steps out. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
the time for fast running has arrived,
This year's,
especially.
yeah. Go on. Go on.
Oh, sorry. Especially if you are heading to a trials where there's no surety, for a certain, caliber athlete, right? So in Jamaica, you may be able to say such and such will be able to make it once they run a certain time, right? But in the USA, you can't really say that because,
True.
especially in the men's sprints, when you're looking at it, you're saying, okay, there's so many people that are stacked so close together. They have to make sure that they're on their A game. And from a female perspective, I think Shakiri doesn't have to be at her absolute best to make the team, right? Or run her fastest to make the
Yeah.
team. But I think everybody else behind her has to make sure that they're on their A game.
Again.
You know what I mean? And then when it comes to 200 meters, that's open as well. I don't think, I think there are quite a few athletes that could potentially make the team. Not only the Gabbies and the Abbies, the Shakiri also, I believe, will be a threat in the 200 meters. Better believe it or not. I think she will have something, so I think she's going to spring a surprise there, to be fair. Um, because they're also the Tamara Clarks and all of these other athletes that are, just waiting in the wings. You know what I mean? So look out for sure. But yeah, it's time for the fast running for sure.
Yeah.
From a Jamaican perspective, again, they can take their little time and hide their hands and
For
be like,
me, I
oh,
like,
let me just mosey
yeah,
along.
I like the Jamaica. So I know I'm planning to be I know not Oregon. I'm planning to be at the national track, fly to Jamaica. That's in fact I was talking to my friend today. So I think June 20th. I was looking at the dates. So I'm looking at Kingston and all that. So plus of I want to experience the atmosphere. So for me, I think I like the Jamaican strategy over the years. They don't really do too much, do what is needed to qualify and turn up, peak. Like you said, like the trials. Oh, someone has joined. So I don't want to. You want to?
You can continue, Zal.
Okay. So yeah, I like the strategy, just like where I come from too. It's not all these are good runs. I don't expect if Eileen drops a 10-8, it's fine. It's her first. She's not injured. My own is that's what I like. We don't want to stretch the body. Just give a good time. Okay, first race, second race, and the trials. Does she need to do too much at the trials? She's a double double. She's automatic spot.
Oh, don't get into Elaine too much. I'm saving Elaine for a little later. Don't get into
Okay,
her
let me
too
know.
much.
Still your Elaine show.
Saving her for a little later.
Okay, so yeah, so what's going on with Shelly? Shelly always gives
All
us
right, I'm going to
surprise.
touch on Shelly during the whole Elaine tidbit as well. So let's
Okay,
say Shelly and Elaine for
so
back.
what do you want to talk
All right,
about
just
now?
speak up in and let me welcome Coach. Welcome, Coach, to the show. So we're gonna pick things up right with Johan Blake. So he runs a 10.16. After we're talking about him dying out, dying embers, but it seems as though he's reignited the flame. So yeah, what are your thoughts?
Thank you for having me. Big up Zal, the African in the building. Um,
Hey, Coach, I was on your show too last year.
yeah, man, big up
Remember me?
yourself, man.
Yeah, how you doing? Yeah. Okay.
I'm good.
Let me
Um,
mute my.
greeting to the people in the chat room. Johan Blake, he ran two races today. 10.16, 10.26.
Oh yes,
Mm.
that's what I was saying. That was a race. I don't know where he ran it. He went to one low key meet.
I think it's not called.
He, I see some persons saying that the internet people, the internet coaches come and talk about Johan figure retire and all of these things, and he can come shame it. But then somebody said in a particular forum, why is it that people are lauding 10.16? Is it because of where he started
Yeah.
running 10 fours? They are just lauding the
Mm-hmm.
10.16. I mean,
And fours, or was it like 10 sixes and 10 fives? Wait, I'm gonna look on in progression this year because it wasn't so wonderful at all.
so I
But
mean,
you can continue.
you want to me, like I said last night, you can't tell a man to retire because there's
Mm-hmm.
still zest there, there's still hunger there. You
Mm-hmm.
can't tell him to do that. This is his last season. Make him enjoy him right.
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
Yeah.
If he makes a team, that would be good. If he doesn't make the team, I would not be surprised. Him just have to just enjoy it for his purpose though. His final hurrah. It would be good if he makes a team,
Yeah.
but it's gonna be a very very difficult feat. Trust me. Whether we see him
Mm-hmm.
around 10-1, 9-9, it will still be difficult for Johan to make the team. And him always find a way to squeeze in. But let us see how this year goes.
All right, let me read a few of these comments. No, I actually knew about the channel, Keisha. It seems I just forgot that it existed. Hey, Shem, what's up? You need to invite your sis on one of these lives. Right now, she's in Paris living it up, and I can't even reach her. So her birthday was the 16th, so she's doing her thing. So yeah, I don't think she'll ever be available for this show ever.
So
Um, Not judging, but Johan's training seems all over the place, or somewhat. I don't know. It's just that people at Dynamic aren't very consistent. Even Akeem Blake, I can't count on him 100%. Um, what I thought earlier on, looking at some of the times that some of the athletes were dropping, was that there was kind of like a switch in terms of what they were doing this season versus what they did in previous years. Because I did talk about how, soon he was running sub 10 in previous years versus this year. And I think that they probably missed the mark, to be fair, in terms of peaking him at the right time in previous years. Because if you noticed, he was running super fast. By the time he got to the trials, one, he either didn't make the team or was running slower times. By the time he got to championships, we didn't see the best of him, right? So I'm thinking that this time around, they may have flipped it and be like, all right, let's try to peak one time. And then, well, I don't know if he can afford to peak one time, to be fair, but let's just get the peak right. You know what I mean? So let's see what happens at trials. I'm expecting him to come, good. when trials rolls around for sure. And that's Akeem Blake. For Johan Blake, again, I'm just along with him for the ride. You know what I mean? If he makes it, he makes it. If he doesn't, he doesn't. You know what I mean? It is what it is. But yeah, I think based on where he's coming from, like Coach Zek said, which is why it's been celebrated because we thought he was done and dusted. And he pretty much brought himself back in the conversation because remember, nobody in Jamaica has really done anything special other than Julian Fort and Akeem Blake, right? So he has pretty much brought himself back in the conversation, right then and there. So let's see what happens though from a progression perspective after this, right? Um, not judging, but oh, I said that already. Johan is an unpredictable athlete. No, I can agree. Blake should have stayed with Glenn. Guys, when people decide to separate, we just have to work with it. You know what I mean, and not find issues because there's a reason why they are not working together anymore. If everything was perfect, um, then yeah, I'm sure they would be, but it's not, right? Um, I can't see Johan doing sub 9-8 again. Which country are you from, Zal?
Me, I'm
Zal, are you?
Nigerian, but I'm based in the United States.
Okay, so he's Nigerian, but he lives in the United States.
Yeah, I'm an engineer here.
Um,
hmm
say that again.
I said I work in the United States, but I'm
Okay,
based.
so he works in the United States. Okay,
Yeah. hmm
Johan needs to retire. He's holding the team back. I don't know if I agree with you, Shireen, when you say he's holding the team back. How can he hold the team back if people are just faster than him and beat him? Then he won't be on the team. So if there's nobody faster than him, how can he be considered holding the team back? I don't know if that makes any sense. Coach, what do you think? Do you think he's holding the team back?
How is he holding the team back, and how can he hold a team back? I'm thinking if I'm understanding what Sharon is saying, is it his presence? Because individually, if he does well, it will help the team. If he doesn't do well, he probably don't make the team. So there's no way he can be there to hold back the team. So I not really understand what she's saying.
No, but again, if there's anybody better, then him being on the team wouldn't even be a part of the conversation, or we wouldn't be having this conversation,
Yeah.
right? So maybe the other guys need to just get faster. If we don't want to see Johan, the other people need to step up. I'm just
Sorry, just
saying.
a quick question. How is
Uh
Julian
huh.
Fort? Is he back like with his injury? I know he had his hamstring.
A child, Zal, I have no idea at this particular point because it's so funny. I was saying that, what I think is happening with Julian is, more mental than anything else. And then he pulls out of Rabat. So now I'm like, oh my God, is he really injured? Like, I don't even know at this particular point. I'm hoping though that he's not seriously injured because honestly, at this particular point, I don't know how I would continue to motivate myself if year after year after year stuff just keeps going wrong. Like it has to be tough to re-energize yourself and re-motivate yourself to keep going. I did notice that he pulled out of Rabat. Maybe coach has some inside info. Coach, do you know anything?
Not yet.
What?
Did you hear me?
I'm just kind of understand trying to understand what kind of dry so not yet was that.
Then you ask me a question and me answer,
No,
or you
but it
want me
was
to
just
say?
dry.
All right, let me add something to it. No,
Yes.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. Um, Listen, guys, we're one. We and our African brothers and sisters are one people.
Yes, so
Um, these athletes are ungrateful, okay? The coach brings you to the highest point you've ever experienced, and as soon as they're their problem in the camp, they leave. But you know what, John? While I understand that perspective that you have, a lot of times these athletes suffer through things at different clubs and they don't have a talk because they're nobody. You know what I mean? And as soon as you become somebody that you're able to negotiate and, say your terms, and if these terms aren't being met, then why not? You know what I mean? You can't fault them. You're not, you don't know the struggle that a lot of these athletes have to go through just to make it. You know what I mean? And a lot of things that they have to suck up just to be, get to the point where they need to be. So you're looking at it and saying, oh, the coach, does all this to get them there and then they just leave. But you don't know what they were going through. If everything was all rosy, nobody would be going nowhere. I can
Exactly.
guarantee
And
you that things are not just rosy
if,
everywhere. That's ridiculous. Coach,
I boy, people really hard for please, because if they take it to their secular jobs, they are going to, if they're having any issues at that job, them are send out application to other places and cut. It doesn't matter if
cut.
them give you your first job after school or whatever. You decide say, yo, you're gonna leave because there are certain things there that is not happening according to how you want things to happen.
All
So we
right. And think
can't
about
we
the wealth of
can't
experience that you got that is now going to benefit you. So you
yeah,
suffered through all of those problems and got your wealth of experience, and now you're going to put it to use someplace else.
exactly. And it just goes to show that people never yet like to accept changes, and changes is inevitable. You can't go around change. If
I think it's
change doesn't
I think it's
come,
a
you're gonna
Jamaican
remain
problem.
constant. Huh?
I think it's a Jamaican problem.
If you don't accept change, you're gonna be constant. You're gonna remain constant. So you have to accept change. Uh, I think so. I think it's people in general still, based off my experience. People don't really
Jamaican people are weird, are
accept
crazy.
changes that easily.
I think our Jamaican people are averse to change. Like when it comes to change in any type of way, it's like no, 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 stick with the old, stick with the old. You know that saying, the old broom knows the corner. That's how Jamaican people act, in my opinion. But if you want to say it's a people thing, okay, sure. But I see a lot of people, outside of Jamaica being welcome to change in different, aspects, in the world. But I guess you can say it's a people thing. But even if we look at the Americans here in track and field, look how much things they're doing to, invoke change in track and field, and everybody is just sitting there, being, oh, why they're doing that? They're just enough. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't think I agree that is a people thing. I just think Jamaicans are just Jamaicans. Um, Shakiri is gonna withdraw based on the names confirmed. No. We'll get to that. Um, big show tonight because it's Elaine. Congrats on the 30K. Thank you. Um, Elaine is running on Saturday. Yes, she is. Is it Johan's last season or last Olympics? I think it's two in one. Um, yeah, he false started and was allowed to run. Yeah. What do you think about those false starts, coach?
What I think about the false starts that are, I never
Hmm.
said that one there, so I can't comment.
He false started in the finals.
Yeah, I never said the false start.
Who are you talking about? Who first started?
So do you have the seat to have an opinion on the fact that he's false starting?
Oh, you mean in general, people false starting?
No, in general, Johan false starting, Akeem false starting, Sandrine false starting. What are your thoughts?
I think probably it's anxiety. All they need to do is relax. Sometimes the field where you go up against to, or you try to work on something and you want to get out the blocks fast, based on who is beside you, and you never what I tell athletes that they're not supposed to anticipate, they must to listen. They should listen to the sound,
Correct.
because yeah, react. So when you anticipate, that's the time you try to you will basically jump out of the blocks. So for me, it depending on who is beside them or what they want to do at the first part of the race. And sometimes them not sit in the block and wait and be patient, them just jump the gun. So something with them have to work on individually. And I can tell you these things are happening at training, And if you coach no nip in the bud, it will continue. You have to bud them up, charge them or something. If you false start, you have to go pay a fine. Something. Because if you don't nip it and something happen in a practice or training, it will continue. Go in
Mm.
competition because I must remember again.
Um. All right. Let's switch topics. I want to touch this real quick before I jump over on Elaine. The show is just not even an hour in, and we're already ready to talk about the highlight. Nah, we have to hold up a bit because this is what the show is going to end with anyway. So Brianna takes to the qualifier, Brianna Liston to the qualifiers, the East qualifiers, well, tomorrow actually. What do you guys think about, what she should do? Like, in my opinion, clearly, I don't think she has to, worry much in terms of who is there. Jasia Shears is not there. I don't think she has to, overextend to qualify for the NCAAs. So in my opinion, I'm like, just do the bare minimum and make it through. And then get to the and then take these next few weeks to get ready for NCAA finals. That's my view. I don't know if I'm like super duper happy seeing her. I'm happy seeing her, but I'm also not happy seeing her because I'm worried about her health. I'm not gonna pretend like I didn't see what I saw. You know what I mean? Or think that's just gonna be healed in a few weeks. What do you think? Anybody can go.
Say again. Sorry, I lost. I was on my phone.
No, I was saying that Brianna Liston takes the track tomorrow, and I'm just wondering, what's the best, mode of operation for her to qualify to the next round. Do y'all think she's good? Do you think she's
So
back
is
healthy, back 100%? No,
so is this the NCC? Is the national championship now, not the regional?
no qualifier.
Oh, qualifier. Okay. Coach. Well, I used to do track in high school then, but I don't really have much professional experience. What I would just say is, Brianna, when she ran that last the finals, that she struggled to just get to the line. Right. I think the pressure, especially when you're a college student, I don't know how she's going to manage running a lot of. I know she's going to do the hundreds. Going to do it's good. Is she going to do 100, 200, the same thing, this same time?
Yeah.
Or, Mhm.
No, not the
I don't
same
know.
time.
Okay,
But
so
they're
based
the
on how
finals
this,
are the same day and the heats are on the same day.
what the final and the heat the
And she
same
has a
day.
day rest in between. She has a day
Okay,
rest in between. So she has the heats tomorrow. She has a day rest in between, and then the finals are on
final.
Saturday.
Okay, okay, that makes sense. That's tomorrow is Thursday, and well, I know coach you have better technical, but for me, I think I don't know what Brian Liston's end goal is. I know she's focused on the NCAAs, and try to win all those things, get and all that for a point for
I
her
think
school and all that. But the
I think
injury
the
she
goal is
had,
going through her trials and probably and trying to qualify for Paris. I think that's the
that's
end
what I'm saying.
goal.
It's gonna be too much. That's what I'm heading at. So I don't know what her end goal for this year is. So if she's trying to just focus on LSU thingy, get them points, wins, of course she's on scholarship and all those things. Again, she has. That's one thing with all these college people. They do a lot of burnout. That's what happened to what's her name, Julian. That's why she struggle when she gets to the world. It's not easy. After running in and out for like 20 or I don't know how many races she had ran before going to the world championship. Then your energy is ready. You're coming to me people that are running just maybe 3 races before the world, 4 races, and they are still fresh. So just managing the rounds, and I hope her injury is well because she had this injury 2 weeks ago. Or when did she run that race? The
No,
hamstring.
it was from before. The injury was from before, in my opinion. That is
Okay, that's my
based
own.
on
I
what
don't know,
I've been
coach
observing.
will have better analysis or advice, but I think she can manage it because, I, but coming to nationals, I think she's gonna be burnt out. To be honest, she had done a lot of races. Those three girls are coming. Shelly-Ann is coming to drop a 10-6 her first race, so it's no game. So it's not child. Everybody's trying to qualify. I know. Apart from your girl, I don't want to call the name. We'll talk about it later.
All right, coach, what do you think?
Sometimes the burnout argument used loosely for me, but I can understand overwork rather than burnout.
Okay,
Um,
yes, that's the right. Yeah, over. Yeah,
Brianna, no. Boy, I'm sad, yeah, man. It's like you have a coin and it up on heads, and then you flip it and it just go on tail. So two sides to the coin. You have the coach take care of her, doing whatever he needs to do. But then injury, which is inevitable, does show up. And I mean, it's something where you can try as best as possible to prevent it, but if it come, you can't stop it. Now with Brianna, um, I don't know how much effort will she'll have to exert to go through these rounds. Saturday might be the most grueling day. Um, how
All right, let me give
how
you. Let me share my screen so that y'all can see what it looks like. Maybe I should have done that. Where's the
so
women's? Women's one.
Saturday
All
might be
right,
the most grueling day. Will she have to run super fast to win, or she has long and what the other girl name?
she has
I can't
long
remember.
and she has her teammates, Thelma Davis, but
Thelma
she
Davis,
also
and there
has
there was another one.
the one from Georgia. The one
Yeah,
from, is it Georgia? Yeah,
yeah,
Georgia.
yeah. Fair name,
She
I
has
can't remember.
her
So
share. All right,
so
hold on
right
now.
now,
So she
if
has,
if
where is
if
she?
the if the injury was not that
Right, Kayla
significant or
Jackson.
severe,
So she has Kayla Jackson
yeah.
to worry about. So this is what her heat race looks like. Um, I mean, frankly, there shouldn't be any competition here at all. Um, for Brianna in this race. So I think it's just a easy qualifier. And even when you get to the finals, just based on who is there, as I said, um, 10 point, what's that? 9 for Brianna, 10.9 for Kayla as well. And Mackenzie Long is an 11-second sprinter. Could possibly go faster. Then we have Thelma Davis is also 11-second sprinter, right? So um that's pretty much who she's up against, in my opinion. For these races, I mean, there can always be a surprise, for sure, but I don't think she has much competition.
Yeah, if she's
Can I
fit, I
continue?
think. What's her name? She's out. The late, is it? What's how do you call her name again? The other lady that got injured. In fact, she has the
JJ
fastest
shares.
10.77 this year. She's the
Yeah,
fastest.
JJ shares.
Yeah. So, yeah, I don't think she has to compete. If she's healthy, like you said, all things being equal, yeah, she should sweep, at least manage around. She should be experienced with that already from the regionals, manage around, and she's scale through. But
Healthy.
one is just
Coach, is she healthy after 2 weeks?
That's why I was saying that I don't know the magnitude or the yeah, the magnitude of her injury. It never looked good to me. 2 weeks, 2 weeks. It depending on how deep it was. Like I said, the magnitude. 2 weeks is kind of close. It kind of close. Um, but with the medical team that they have, they're supposed to can get her back in shape so that she can compete. Because if she competed with it, obviously it was not that um too bad per se. But for me, she not healthy. She not healthy. When it comes down to hamstring, especially when you're going at the fire and you have to be explosive out of the blocks. That's why in the final I saw where she didn't explode out of the blocks like she normally do. So if that is the case, she might not produce what we expect her to produce this season. But to me, of course, she's injured. I don't think she's 100%. 1 foot burn off right now.
Hmm. All right.
I,
So
I
so
agree.
she takes it easy. She takes it easy tomorrow and takes it as easy as possible on Saturday, just to try to make it
That,
through to give herself some more time to heal.
once you're running still, you can't give yourself time to heal now because your foot are gonna hit on the ground and send a whole bunch of shock waves to the muscles them. So eh, you're not really getting a rest. The only thing is that she might not be running as fast as she would want in the first round. She can just probably canter easily and go through the first round. Saturday, that's what I was saying, would have been the bulk of the running. And it
Um,
is going to see if she's going to be broken down in those races, 1 hour apart, probably 4 by 1 and stuff like that. So let's
and
see,
that's
let's
my
see how
issue
it
when you
pan out.
start because the relay unfortunately comes before any individual event. And I think that's what broke her down the last time around because the moment she stepped in the relay, everything went left.
I don't think they should have allowed her to run. I know they're looking for points to win, but get somebody, the worst them can come probably a fifth or sixth. You still would have been at the top so you can gain points. So having Brianna to use that way where you're not going to win, I don't see where it would have been necessary.
Oh.
So you'd have probably stop her from putting another round in her legs. That's what I would do. But
Um,
everybody is different and they are close to the situation, so they know what is happening. Oftentimes we stay outside and we analyze and we don't know what is the situation that is happening with them right now.
mhm.
I hear people.
There's an
I,
hour and
I hear
15 minutes between the 100-meter finals and the 200-meter finals on Saturday, or what they call quarterfinals. But anyway,
I hear people talking about Brianna is injury prone from high school. Brianna picked up an injury, and me never think say it something there properly. It healed properly. So I wouldn't say that she's injury prone. When she go idle, did Brianna get injured through idle? I can't remember that. So Moody says she
I know
injury
she
prone
raced
through high
limited.
school.
She didn't race a lot at Heidel.
She raced sparingly at idle, yeah. So I wouldn't say she's injury prone from high school. She picked up an injury that wasn't. I thought that it wasn't dealt with properly, and when she made that switch, I didn't see where it was. That is me.
I mean,
And that is what I'm saying. I don't think she's injury prone since high school. This injury
the
prone
injury
thing, I
just
pick it up,
probably hasn't been healed
put
properly. That's
one
your
out.
thought. All right.
Yeah,
Um, For me personally, I just want to see what she looks like. I don't want to put any expectations on her because I'm just looking on and people may wonder sometimes like, oh, we should be supporting the athletes. Like sometimes you can't support some of the things that you're seeing. You know what I mean? And I don't want anybody to knock me because I'm looking at it and thinking to myself, is this the best for the athlete? You may be thinking it's the best in this particular moment, and I just don't know if I can appreciate it. I don't even know if I can appreciate the performance because in the back of my mind, all I'm thinking is that is the wheelhouse gonna fall off at some particular point? You know what I mean? That's all I keep thinking. So, I mean, let's see what happens over the weekend. With her run. Dexter, thank you for the additional €5. Let's see, or £5. Why do I keep saying euro? £5. Coach behaving Sharon T. We appreciate the support. We appreciate and support Africans wherever they reside. Africa is such a beautiful place. T. You should go. It's on my bucket list for sure. But I mean, clearly I'm gonna have to pick some place to start. Pick one country first and then keep going. Um, Too much unnecessary running. She is the SEC champ. She shouldn't have to qualify.
where's it? Where
You
the
know, I was
where the
even
first
wondering this
thing?
thing.
May I
Hmm?
behave shy? Hmm.
Or are you behaving
Anyway,
shy?
I'm make a bar. So why would I?
Oh. Okay. I didn't think you were behaving shy. That's why I moved on. But okay. Since you
Okay.
wanted to highlight it, since you wanted to highlight it, I'm asking you: are you behaving shy?
Why would I? See me a
I don't
rhyme.
know. May I ask you?
We are
Me
create
asking you
if
since.
you a bar we are create this man. Are you behaving shy? Why would I? You should just follow on with something else so we can create
Oh,
the
if you
next
rap,
line.
if you start rap,
Exactly.
I'm weak. Oh my gosh. Time is the finals. What finals are we talking about? I believe if the athlete can't make it in the main event, find a next event and work to make the team. I mean, I think the 200 meters is out of the question, Royal King. To be fair, for Johan Blake, that is. So, yeah, Long is going to win the race. Personally, I don't care if Long wins. You know what I mean? I just need her to do enough to qualify. I just don't want her to overextend. That's just my thing. Yeah, Kayla Jackson. Sorry, that's the name I was trying to remember. Um, yeah, Kayla is the one who won the 200-meter title. T, can you zoom in? Oh, sorry. Every time I keep forgetting that the screen is small. I apologize. Next time I'm putting up anything else, zoom in. Um, Brianna not making the cut for the Olympic team this year because of injuries. I still think she has a shot in the 200. I don't know if I want the wheelhouse to fall off trying to run down Shelly Elaine and well, I don't know if running down because she has a good start. So I don't know if she'll be running them down, right at the beginning. But still, I
But
don't know if I,
Kivana is back, right? Kivana Davis is. I think I saw a
yeah, she's
video.
back. She ran at Big 12. She seems to be getting herself slowly back into things. So who knows? By the Jamaican trials, we may see Kevona back to her very best over that 200 meters, and she'll also be in the conversation. You know
Yeah,
what I
that's what I
mean?
feel. If she'll be very.
So
Yeah.
we have to look out for Brianna, Kevona, and Lene over that 200 meters. I'm not even sure what Lene is running. To be fair, I don't know if she's gonna run the 1-2 or she's gonna run the 4 because she's dibbling and dabbling in everything. So I don't even know. What do you think, Lani is running, coach?
I think she tried the 100 the other day. She ran out 11.3. It's it's it's
Um,
it's difficult to put an event to Lani right now. I believe though deep down that she's gonna be doing the 1-2, and if she has to narrow it down based on the firepower in the 200, in the 100, I think she's gonna place a lot of emphasis on the 200.
I don't know. I'm thinking her odds are probably better in the 4. I get what you're saying, but I think
I
her
think
odds are
so
better in
too.
the 4.
I think so too. But when I listen to what her team is saying is that the 400 was basically for the strength tour for the 200. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
But based on the times that she ran in the 400, I would have kept her on that program.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I think they are going for the 200 and the 100. Remember, she had qualified for the 200 already. When
Mm-hmm. I
she did
remember
it
last
at the
year.
last time, but eligibility did
Yeah, but
not allow
different
it.
year, different year. Different athletes, are coming to the fro. So not only do we have
Yeah,
to
but she has
contend
gotten
with a
better too.
Sharika and
Remember,
Elaine.
she
Yeah,
has
but I'm
gotten
saying that
better.
they're also in the conversation as well.
But only who can beat her? Shelly Naro not 200.
I don't think
Only
Shelly's in the conversation for the two. I'm talking about there are 3 spots. You're looking at it and saying potentially Elaine and Sherika grab 2 spots, right? So that means there's only 1 spot left that Brianna, Kevona, and Lani will be fighting for.
yeah. So she probably have to work that much then try to find X. Some people afraid to find X, but she have to go sit down and work that much there and see her the possibility of her finding X, and the X is to make the team. So if I were working with her, I'd probably try the 4. But then again, based off the numbers in training now, in practice, that's how they're gonna decide which event they take on. Because say for example, she's doing some 180s and it's close, very close to a 200 fast time or 150. If she had do some 300 and well, she had run good 300, so It's probably difficult, probably because of her long range, right across the 1 to 4. They just have to make a decision, and I think right down to the gravy, the coaches will make the best decision to suit her. Whether and making that decision now can either miss or hit, and then you have to go back and lick your wounds. I just some see it.
But and the question is which one you want to take that risk with. At the end of the day, right? So I don't
Yeah.
know.
Like I
I'm
said,
just
I would put
thinking
her
that
in the 4, based off who we have in the 400. But I mean,
and
sometimes people look on the glory and say, "Oh, 400." Mm.
true. And I also think that she's probably a viable option as well for a relay leg. I'm not opting her out of that, and I want Jamaica to stop living under a rock and start expanding their scope when they're envisioning what our relay could look like and utilize these athletes that have the range. You know what I mean? You may be running in the 1-2 who gives a hootsy scoot if you're able to run a solid relay leg as long as you're in shape. You know what I mean? I don't care what your individual event is. You could be goddamn throwing the what do you call it, the shot put. I don't care if you can run me, give me a 4x4 leg that's faster than everything else that the other athletes are doing. Sure, you're on my team. You know what I mean? And I think Jamaica needs to do that as well, because I'm looking at her for as I said, a possible option for relay duties. I mean, we don't really have anything
Oh,
spectacular going on right now.
Brianna.
No, not Brianna, Lani.
Oh, Lani. Okay.
Mm-hmm. So we don't have anything spectacular going on for the fours. Yes, we have. I think we have two good people right now individually for the fours. Um, well, all right, let's put it this way. 1.5. Let's put it this way. So we have Nikisha clearly. That's already sub 50. And then we have Stacy that looks like she's, on the verge of, getting into that realm this season. And I see Cherokee making her way back, but not until I really see, these performances really come to where they need to be, can I really even count them as solid legs. You know what I mean? Because they're not back to their best yet. So I don't really want to say that they're solid legs just yet, or at least as solid as Nikisha at this point. You know what I mean? So I think we need to start exploring our options. And what's her name? Anjanis is also a thought process for me as well when it comes to those 4x4s for sure.
What of
All
this girl
right.
that won the hurdles that has the world lead? What's her name again? That got the world
Who?
lead in Morocco. Was it Morocco this weekend? What's her name? She's the
No,
world lead.
Rabat? Rochelle Clayton?
Yes. Is she not
I
part
don't
of
know.
this?
She hasn't. I don't think I've ever seen her run a four or even run a relay leg. So I
No,
don't know if
just
she's
like to
just
your
not
point,
interested.
saying they're looking at other athletes. Doesn't matter what in the event you do. Once you can run, you have that.
No, well, because we have other data to go off. So let me use USA for an example. When you think about using a Sydney, it's not just because she's so strong over the 400-meter hurdles, which is part of it, but you've also seen evidence of her with a on a 4x4 with a baton in her hand. So if she's running 50.6 in relay. Then I mean not in a relay, sorry, over the hurdles, then clearly she's going to be even more fantastic on a relay leg. Right,
Oh,
that
okay.
goes without question. When you look at an 18 more, she was running the fours in college. So even though she's not running the eights, you can always, go back to her because there's data there that proves that once these athletes are performing at a certain level, then they're more than likely they're also good over the four. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's not just just going off what they do over their pet event, but also there's data to back it up that they've done well with relays. I don't think I've ever seen Rochelle on a relay, to be fair. Have you ever seen Rochelle in a relay, coach? Collegiately, anything?
No.
Oh, Clayton.
Clayton, yeah.
I think yeah, man. I think where? Yeah, man. I think Mr. Aaron really already 4x4.
I think I've seen
Where?
her
For
run
who?
before.
Which school is she used to go again?
I can't
Avir
remember.
she used to go? I don't know. What school was she?
Manchester Veer. Yeah, she run. I think she run 4x4 for them.
I don't think I'm Manchester. I must have Avir.
But a long time that.
Mm,
Oh, well, that's a long time ago to
yeah.
be fair. High school. Which college did she go to? Locally or abroad?
She I think out here she stay on. She never go
Okay.
overseas.
Okay.
Um, or she did not go Yui. I think Yui she did not go. Yeah, she did not go Yui. When she did
But
not
she
go
would
Yui, she
probably
did
run on some
something there.
relays.
She did the I think she run for Yui man, 4x4 man.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that? Me can't definitively say yes, but if my memory serves me right, she will run 4x4 for Yui.
Yes, it can be an option, like a
And I
backup.
think she come all her pins and run too. Yeah, man. If somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but me think so.
All right. So as long as for me, Zal, as long as they can, there's data that proves that this athlete
Yeah,
is a good
I
leg,
agree.
then sure. So if
Hmm.
the data shows that not just her running on it, but it shows that she actually runs good on the relay, because it's one thing about running, good over your individual event, and it's a different thing running in relays. I
Yeah.
need my relay athletes to be beasts. I need you to morph into a whole different monster when you touch that button, and not everybody can do that, right? So I haven't seen her, so I can't really speak to it. To be fair, but if the data exists and it proves that yes, she's good over it, then sure. You know what I mean? And she's getting faster and faster as the years progress over the hurdles. So that just shows that yeah, the four is good too, right? So anyway, um, she can also be an option. I just don't want Jamaica to come up with this. Oh, we have to choose top four. Oh, we have to do this while I'm watching USA steamrollers, Netherlands drag us through the mud, probably Ireland, Great Britain, all of these other countries, Poland that are in
Well,
the
and
runnings,
Nigeria
and
too.
leave us out of the
You know, I'm from
medals.
Nigeria.
Hmm?
I say I'm Nigeria too. Don't leave my country. We're coming. We're doing very well.
Nigeria has a strong. I'm watching Nigeria's 4x1 team. I'm watching their 4x1 team for sure. You know what I mean? I'm
Hopefully, the
just
four
not
by
sure if
one for Nigeria.
Nigeria.
I don't know what to say. I like for the girls, it's good. Ophelia, the girls they took to the international, what they call the Bahamas release. It's okay.
World
It's just
relays.
they just need people with consistent time. But for us to compete at the Olympics, we need to be very very up on top of. I know we can make the finals, but apart from the final, what the final is going to be like? Of course, it's USA and Jamaica. Unless the baton falls down, we already know who the top two is. Who's going to take the bronze medal? That's what I see in the female 4x1. So we already know where it is. If the three girls are going to run, if Shelly, Elaine, Sherika, then I don't know who's going to be this. So
You're
it's
saying who
coach.
is going to get the bronze medal?
Yeah, that's what has happened for the past 4 years. Unless the betting falls down from they don't exchange the US.
Honestly,
I'm not about 4x1, not
Nigeria,
4x4. 4x1 women.
yeah, I'm just thinking about Nigeria's current crop. So we have Favor Ofili, we have Toby
Mm-hmm.
Amusan,
Tima,
um,
God bless.
and
The girl that ran the last leg,
oh,
Tima,
right.
LSU.
No, but I'm not even considering her. There's somebody else that I'm missing. There's another person that does another event
Sometimes
behind
Esther
her.
Brume runs. Sometimes she does join the team to run. Sometimes.
Esebrume as well. No,
And
but it's not she I'm
the
thinking
girl in
about.
Texas Tech, I know the girl you're talking about, Chukuma, Rosemary Chukuma.
Rosemary Chokuma, right? That's the one I was thinking.
Yeah,
So, they can definitely be in the conversation. But it's gonna be tough. Great Britain is still there. You know what I
the,
mean? I'm still watching Talu's team. That's Ivory Coast as
that's
well.
the
So
team
there are a
I
few teams
think
that are
that
in
will
it.
bring a surprise. Watch out for the. They are really. Don't be surprised. They will bring. They can spring if they put their battens together, their changes together. Because I know Talu is going to be the anchor leg for them. I don't know what's going on with her whole range. She's been in and out. Sometimes she runs. Well, that's what I feel, Sha. That's my own. That's what I see. But it's
I can
US.
barely. I don't know if it's me, but you're. It's like you're breaking up. So I don't know if
Oh,
it's
because
me.
I'm
'Cause
far
I can
from
barely.
my.
It's like you're going in and out.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I'm hearing you.
Let me get my headphones. So I'm just saying that I just brought that topic up, but when you said relays, I said don't count out Nigeria. I was just trying to crack a joke there. Yes, it's all good. See how it goes.
No, man. No, I'm watching. No, I'm keeping my eye. I'm not anybody that underestimates any team. Yes, I'm going to look at it realistically. But if I see you making a strong bid, then I'm not going to count you out for sure. So I'm keeping my eye out. And I'm sure if you watch the videos or the lives regularly, you hear me saying that Jamaica shouldn't be underestimating any team, because I realize that. A lot of teams now are strengthening over
Hmm.
all the relays. You know what I mean? So yeah, um, I'm excited to see
Yeah,
what will
but I think
come
the
in the
men's
future for
relay,
all of these.
I think the men's relay this year, it can be, be a surprise. I know we are always saying US, but other things are really coming up. You never know. I think that is an open door, to be honest. Yes, we know lower lives and all that because if the US get their betting exchange right for the men, it's fine. But if they don't get it right and there's a slight second delay, they could lose it. For the men, that's my own prediction.
Yeah,
Um,
the men is closer this year. I mean, think about
it's
it.
going to
It's
be
about in
close.
2021, so there is no guarantee when it comes to these
Yes, I agree.
relays for any one particular country. But I think America is a good thing going for them. I love how they executed in at the Bahamas at the World Relays. So
I don't
let's
even know
see
where those
what
boys came
happens.
from. The people, I don't know where they get those boys for US. As in, I think they are really doing something different. They're practicing.
It's practice.
Apart,
It's practice. That's what they're doing.
if they can be living 10 miles from each
Oh,
other.
as I say that, Coach, did you hear what is his name? He's the one that carries our junior team. He's the head coach of the junior team. Did you hear him on Sportsmax recently talking about getting practice, like he said it 100 times, practice on the relays? Did you hear him? Did you watch that what's it called? Something at a baton, a new show that's on Sportsmax. Did you see
No, I
that?
never watch it. But that sound like a David Riley.
David Riley, yes. So David Riley was on there and they were asking him, what to do, what's the best way to hand over the baton. And they talked about the different, baton exchanges. But it was just interesting hearing him reiterate over and over and over again that the team has to get practice. And I was like,
You have to
it's clearly that
practice.
he's subtly, telling J3s that they have to get practice, but he's not doing it like how I just, come up blam and say, look,
Mm-hmm.
I'm tired of the foolishness. Let the people practice, right? But he kept subtly, saying, but they have to practice, but they have to
But
practice, but they have to
you
practice.
know, interestingly, Garth Gale is a man that is a graduate of GC Foster College and has done he's very or he has been very much involved in track and field across the region as some umpires, technical person. He know pretty much a whole lot about the sport, from governance to being in the field and all of these things. So me can't understand why them now push them thing. And a friend him a general secretary before him become president. This man has been involved in world athletics business, in knockout business. So me can't understand why him as somebody who is trained can't encourage them and say, yo, them thing a have to happen. If I even buy a iron fist and say these things
But they,
should happen.
and if it's look like exists when nobody at the J3 seems to have any backbone. I don't know what it is. I don't know what the problem is, but they don't have any backbone. So you can't lead nobody. If nobody's willing to follow you, then you can't be a leader. Doesn't make no
Until
sense.
half the year still.
Anyway, let's move on to what we really want to talk about. Elaine. So it has come out that Elaine Thompson-Herah is scheduled to
Hold on
open
the
her
tea.
season.
Before you reach Alien.
Uh-huh.
Him David Riley there, you know say him name a call in the situation with being head coach at Jamaica College. Cause them get rid of Jamaica College coach, so them want to lure him over there. So if him can lead the dark blues to champs glory,
So they
especially
got
with
rid
the
of my
word
man there from that was formerly from KC. What's his name again?
Neil Harrison.
Neil Harrison. They got rid of him.
Yeah man, them fire him, man. And
Ford.
the people them are going bad because them a say, look how virtually from nowhere he has taken Excelsior. And
Excelsior.
and the JC man they want to mash up the whole thing. So Look out for a new coach up by JC September.
And he's gonna keep his Excelsior. I know he's probably gonna do what my guy there is doing for Heidel and Calabar. What's his name?
Oh, Corey.
I, Corey Bennett. Yeah,
No man,
I think he's probably gonna do this.
JC man, they not make him do that, man.
You sure?
No, so they not make him keep
No,
no
but
certain
no,
no
but he's
rival.
the one that has the handle. He has the handle.
So
He
is that
doesn't
I'm
have
take it
the
or leave
blade.
it?
No, he has the handle, not the blade.
So is that I'm take it or leave it?
They want him. No, they want him. It's not the other way around. So you have
No,
to
them man
agree
they
to my
both man.
conditions.
Them man they both
No,
them
him not left him him something there. Him not left there. Him not go carry them along. Him not left there. Especially, let me tell you something. You see, when people have a passion for a project and they've brought that project from zero, them not just left it so.
No, me not think him gonna leave it. That's why I say him is that I'm take it or leave it. Him now leave him if him a go JC, him now keep Excelsior with him. If he and the other decision is that instead Mountain View Excelsior.
I don't
So
know.
that's are two options we think him a go do.
For me personally, when you have the handle, you're able to determine the outcome. So if it was any other coach, right, that doesn't have the sway, or not even just the sway, but the results he has, right, then maybe you could be bullied into just dropping your team and leaving them and just coming over to JC. But personally, I'm just looking at it and thinking to myself, if JC really wants him, then JC will agree to whatever his terms are, and if his terms are coming with Excelsior, they'll take it. Or they go find any other random coach that doesn't exist that's as good as David Riley and continue, living in the bottom feeders to KC and when Charles Rose around year after year. You know what I mean? That's just my view. I don't think he's leaving. I think he'll probably just carry them along. And I think he has the blade, and I think he has every right to make that decision. And if they don't want it, this is their loss. You know what I mean? He can but he can, in this particular case, hold out on this negotiation and say, "Hey, you're the one that wants me. I'm fine where I'm at. I'm fine here at Excelsior. So if you want me, Excelsior is coming." You know what I mean? So, but it's interesting. I had no idea that Neil Harrison was gone. I did
Me
find it
just
interesting.
me just feel say man stick to Excelsior and try build that program into a powerhouse rather than
Going over to
you know
JC
when you go to them big schools sometimes you don't have no talk, you know. These people
all
that
the
are you, they want to meddle in it like them a coach, you know.
Wasn't he fired? And he had gross over it. Was it what school was that? Wilmer's?
Yeah.
Yeah, man, no Wilmer's in the tech to one
And
certain
win
stage and
champs.
then huh?
Him win champs with Ulmas.
Yeah, and then something did go down.
Yeah, and them run him.
Exactly. So him know what is happening with these big schools. Him not if him Excelsior.
Exactly. That's why I say me not thinking would I go there again. Him quite unless the offer is gonna be mega magnanimous.
Look here. I'll win the offer high. Excelsior still come. So Excelsior have you trod the road with him. Him not left that. You mad? Him pet project. How him proud of that the Excelsior team there? No, sir. I would be surprised if he drops Excelsior and goes to JC, or just goes to JC. Full stop. You know what I mean? I'd be surprised. But anyway, that's an interesting thing to note. I don't care how big JC's money is. Some people have passion when it comes to this sport, and passion beats any kind of money. Sometimes it's not all about the money, guys. Sometimes it's not all about the money, especially for these people that are willing to grind. Look at that Stephen Francis. He was willing to grind with nothing to build MVP. All of this where J3 is this him and treat him, more them treat him sit down over there, grind and go. I think Stephen Francis that I was looking at in a video one time, watching how he was, on the school channel quiz team and all of these different accolades that he has, you know. You think him gonna just sit down there, struggling at the sun every day, I try and make breakthrough with athlete if it wasn't love? Come on now. Some people just have a passion for it, and no amount of money will get them to change. You know what I mean? Clearly, when they get to the point where they, start to they now become something, then yeah, the money are rolling, and that's good. You know what I mean? But before they get to that point, I don't think nobody's gonna buy them out of their passion. That's just me. I mean, I think passion can be bought so easy. Anyway, let's move on now to Elaine. Elaine. So Elaine, and you know what? I'm gonna let everybody go before me. Because when it comes to Elaine, I never stop. So I'm gonna let everybody talk before me. So Elaine Thompson-Herah is scheduled to open up her season at the Prefontaine Classic on Saturday. Now, just a few key things to note about this opening up. It's scheduled that Shakiri will be there, and I'm talking about the 100 meters. It's scheduled that um Marie-José Talou will be there, and also Julian Alfred. So this is a no small field that Elaine Thompson here is stepping into to open her season, right? What are your thoughts? Zal, go first. What are your thoughts?
Huh. Interest, like I was talking about. So I'm not expecting it's gonna be firework. Okay, there are two things for me. I'm an Elaine fan. I started following Elaine in 20, in fact, just 2021, not even 20. I like Coach talked about change. Yeah, there's Shirley. She has been reigning from 28. Now, like, okay, who is this lady from 26? I know she won 26, but I didn't know she was that far. For me, I don't want. I think the coach, what coach is looking at, it might be a bomb time. Like you said, this is not MVP. So they're just trying to look at how Shellyan came, like I think in 2021 before the Olympics. That it was on a heat. She ran 10.63. I was like, what is this? This is just a heat run, and it was like a first run, and it was right out of the bat. So I don't want that. We don't want pressure on her, but again, I want her to be healthy because Elaine is very prone. Let her just give a good run, even if it's 10-8. Even if she doesn't win the race, fine. No fans want her to win the race, but my goal is I know the strategy. The goal is Paris, and Paris. She doesn't even need to do much of the trials, but want her to run those times right, pick at the right time. So I'm expecting a fast race. But on the other hand, like Shakari, I know Shakari wants to prove a point too because she's home. Because forget she's going to run out. Don't be fooled by the 200 meters you guys have been seeing. This is this is Oregon. This is that fast track, and she might want to say, okay, hey, we are getting to Olympics. I'm still because I'm not sure she saw the media. Media has said a lot of things. Oh, 23 points. What did she even run the last one? The 23, the 200 for some poor time. So it's gonna be interesting. Talu, Talu is I don't know what to put her. I think she's kind of the she might be a surprise this year. Although she ran 10.91, right? At the National Stadium, which was a fast race, good race. But it's gonna be faster. This is the Oregon track. Is
All
it
right,
Hayward
something
Free
I
Track?
failed to mention. Something I failed to mention that right now in Eugene it's very cold.
Cold? But it's summer now. I have to check. Okay,
I
I'll go
think
check the
I heard
temperature.
some people. No, I think some people. I heard some people saying that there's some places that are still having snow, which is very. I think I was watching some program. Was it raining
Oh,
last week? And they were talking about some place getting snowed out, and I was very shocked. So
wow.
apparently Eugene is very cold right now. So that's
Hmm.
something to keep abreast of.
And I want all the athletes to run healthy. We don't want anybody to give excuse. But again, I'm expecting an exciting race. I think Julian will learn from previous years. She's now pro. The last 2 years, she's been running a lot. Now she's focused on the business, not no more NCAs and all those. Yeah, I know the last race she ran with Rashida. I don't know whether it was a play. That race looked like a joke. I think they were jogging. I don't know. Like Rashida, Julian, and what's her name? Is Dina running in this race? Is Dina in this race? Dina Ashley Smith.
I'm not sure yet. Those are the only
Okay,
names
okay,
I have so far. All the
okay.
let me see if there's been any update. Now that we're on it, let me go back to the page because I checked earlier on and there was nothing.
Yeah, but
For the women's start.
yeah,
But let me go look now. Maybe it has come in. No, it hasn't come in yet. That means they haven't finalized it so far.
okay.
So actually, none
So
of the sprint events, the women's 100 meters, the men's 200 meters. Do they have a women's two here? Actually, no, the hell they don't. Why? Usually they actually have a
Yeah.
clue. I just realized that there's no 200. Hmm.
Yeah, I think most of the
All right.
women will
Okay.
have. I don't know unless the Daniel, Daronita and then Kambunji and the rest. But again, I'm accepting is something interesting. If I'm accepting fast time, I think what I'm thinking is that Shakari might do something to tell us, hey, I'm still here because I know everybody's throwing jabs like, hey, 200 meters, what's going on? She's now. But I want to learn to win. I'm a Elaine fan, so I want her to have win, even if it's 10.8. I don't care, whatever. The win is a win. So at least that's a first run. That's but again, this is Walcott, Renato Walcott. So let me hear what coach will have to say.
All right, coach. What are your thoughts?
On the weather situation, there's gonna be rain in the morning, but the temperature high would be 63. So I'm not sure about the what do you call it, the snow. I'm not sure if where they're going
No,
to
I
be.
know. I wasn't saying it was gonna snow in Eugene. I was saying I was hearing that some places are snowing there right now, even though it's this hot. You know what I mean? So it wasn't
No,
Eugene. I was just saying yeah, some places are snowing.
okay. So I'm not sure if that particular location where they are is gonna be like cold or whatever. But
Hmm.
we'll see more on it. But from what I'm seeing, it is rain and a high of 63. The lowest that it will go is 41. So it
Wow,
could very well be cold as well. So
it's
I'm
really
not
hot here. I'm in
sure.
Texas. Wow. Okay.
Let us,
No, but
let us,
again, people have been making reports out of Eugene that it's cold.
Mm.
So
yeah, so that's why I'm saying it could be very well be, and we're not sure if it's that's a location. Well, let us see. On Saturday we'll know. Um,
Mm.
all right.
the
So
mere fact the mere fact that the coach decided to take her back to the her stamping ground could be very significant. Of course, Eugene is one of those fast tracks. Um, and if you look on his pattern, he normally opens his athlete on tracks that are, fast, or quote unquote fast. Carry
or at that
Shiliga at Kenya.
our altitude.
Mm-hmm. And now he might carry Ilian a Prefontaine. And for me, it goes to show that Ilian is ready because him now put out Ilian if she not ready. You understand? And none of them athlete them not go out unless them ready. So let us see what will come out of this. I'm looking for a good run from Ilian, fabulous execution, and just go out there, go enjoy yourself, have fun, and and do what she needs to do, and just shake up the place. 'Cause I know when Elaine touch the truck, she always a shake up the place. Matter of fact, when the big tree touch the truck, then shake up the place. You understand? We know say Shakira go there. Um, Talo probably is the leading protagonist in the 100 this season as female. Barring Sears, we run over there. So, um,
Mm.
Julian Alfred is in it. Let us see how she ever manage the pressure of running with these big athletes. For me, I think everybody will want to win
Yeah.
because this is a big field. You understand? And them no want just go out there, go honor the bill. Them want go out there, go compete and put on a show. So let us see.
And Shirley
And
and Shirley and Shirley will be watching. I'm sure she will want to watch it and say,
actually,
"Ooh."
Shelly soon open our season to one.
When?
All right. So this is a Nike meeting. So it's pretty
Okay.
interesting. Not seeing. I don't know what her contract looks like nowadays. Maybe she doesn't have to honor this Nike meeting. Who knows?
Mhm.
Um, because earlier I was actually thinking that Shelly would just run in the two because I've seen her do it before where she doesn't go in the 100 meters because Shelly is done pulling these people along. I've talked about this for years. Um, there's a reason why people like running against Shelly, and she's done pulling these people along. You know what I mean? So with that said, I don't foresee well, at least I didn't foresee her over the 100 meters, and I was thinking to myself, should I just join the 200-meter field? But looking at the starting lineup a while ago, or the start the events I should say, I don't see a 200 meters for the women. So I'm just wondering in my brain now if we're gonna get us kind of random surprise and see Shelly in that 100 meters. But then I'm like, there's no way Ronaldo is allowing Shelly and Elaine to run in the same race to open their season. You know what I mean? So I'm like, where? So how is Shelly gonna honor? How does this Nike contract situation work with Shelly and running there? You know what I mean? Or is that why they were able to get Elaine because they couldn't get Shelly? You know what I mean, Coach? What do you think? Do you think that, maybe Shelly was unable to honor the fixture and Ronaldo Walcott was like, okay, maybe Shelly is not ready right now. Elaine is ready though. We can send Elaine.
Yeah, because Shelly's dynamic is different now, you know. Uh, Shelly, Shelly have whole of thought now, you know. And like one time when this is her final run, so she
Wait
not
a
have to
minute.
go there.
Wait a minute. Hold up. Stop the show. Who is this? James Richard James. Look here. I thank you. 49.99. Big. Look here. I'm already in a good mood, and you're making it better. Thank you for that big super chat. I appreciate. Bless up TXT. You're doing a great job.
Yeah,
Thank
how
you.
do
I
we do? I
appreciate
don't
it.
even. I meant to ask you this. How do we? I don't even know how that works.
How do you do what?
So
Just go
put
on
this
it,
up.
the comment section. Go on the comment section. Is one money
Comment.
sign.
$1 sign. Yeah, there's a dollar
And just
sign.
click on it and follow the instruction.
Or for the people that have trouble with it, because I hear people saying from time to time that they don't see it.
Oh,
My
dollar
PayPal is in the
sign.
description. My PayPal is in the description for the
Yeah,
video.
PayPal
They
works
can
for
always
me.
donate to PayPal.
Yeah, PayPal is if there's an email or something, that's easy for me. Okay, I don't want to stop the. Sorry, go on with the conversation. Sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're
So
saying about Shelley's dynamic.
it could have been a good. It could have been a situation where some swappings go on because Shelly now open till probably next month. So
Mm-hmm.
they never want to push her out there so early, And the ETH is ready. So them just shoot out
Mm-hmm.
that machine if you go shake up the place. So and that could go on.
You know what? Again, no, that and these are thoughts that are just rapidly rolling into my brain, guys. When I realize certain things, because I'm really now thinking that it's a swap that happened. Because why, in God's name, would Elaine Thompson-Herah be going to this Nike event when she doesn't even need to go? You know what I mean? She runs for Puma now, so there's no pressure on her to come to Eugene. Money or not, Indian short of money. So yes, she may be getting that bag to go, but if she doesn't want to go, she doesn't have to go. You know what I mean? And in my opinion, do what Ronaldo Walcott normally does: have them run it at some random meeting Timbuktu. So the mere fact that she's running here, personally, again, this thought just dropped in my brain that it seems to be a swap, and unfortunately, we probably won't be seeing Chile. I actually thought we'd be seeing Chile because I thought there was a 200 meters there, but no, I'm realizing that we're not going to see no Shelly, unfortunately, because I just can't fathom seeing Elaine and Shelly in the same race. I just can't fathom it. Can you fathom it, seeing it, Coach?
Well, whether they like it or not, it a go happen. So me I go
It's
have
gonna
to
No,
happen. It's
trials
gonna
is one
happen.
thing. No. Trials is one thing, but I don't know if you guys have noticed. Shelly has stopped running against Elaine. You haven't noticed?
Hmm.
What I mean that she has stopped run against Elaine.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Explain that now.
There's something I pointed out in my video about Sherika Jackson, and I pointed it out in other videos as well. And I said there's one thing about being able to gauge an athlete, and there's another thing with having the talent to defeat that person. So everybody that's running against Shelly is trying to gauge her and figure out how to defeat her. But they can't because they just don't have the talent to defeat her. So you can run against me all you want, try gauge me all you want. It's just not going to happen. But there's a difference when it comes to Elaine. And we've seen it time and time again, especially back in 2021. Was it 2021? I want to say we saw it. And I said from then, one bet you don't see Shelly run against Elaine until they're forced to, meaning at the national championships where she doesn't have a choice but to run against her. But guess what? Shelly has been the defending champion in 2022 and in 2023. Right, so she didn't have to go to the trials. You know what I mean? So whereas you're not gonna see me on the circuit with her, and then two, you're not gonna buck up in me unless we're in the same, semifinal. Because we're not going to the same heat, so we're probably gonna be in the same semifinal or final at the championships. And I said that from 2021, and that's what literally what we're seeing. We have not seen them meet. Has nobody realized that?
Well, true that they haven't. I've not seen them run apart from. So I think the last time they ran together was the Prefontaine.
Mm-hmm.
This Prefontaine, yes, that was the last time after the
No, I think
Olympics.
no, it's not.
Yes.
Prefontaine was the last one. No.
Okay, 2022. Sorry,
Was
I
Prefontaine the
think
last meeting of that year?
no,
No.
2022, the World Championship. Yeah, sorry, take that back. That
Oh,
was
the
the
World
last race.
Championship.
The
Yeah,
finals.
no. Unavoidable things, clearly. So she can't avoid her at the championships. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about on the
Where did
circuit.
they run after the
He's not going to
Prefontaine?
allow Elaine to gauge her because Elaine is very much capable of beating her. And it's the same thing for Elaine as well. Shelly can gauge her and beat her. But I'm saying the difference is one is running from behind.
But T, since Prefontaine, where have they run?
No, 2022 now. The World Championship final they ran.
No, but she not using the championship, so we rule that out.
Okay, Diamond League or something second. Okay. I
Since
don't know.
Prefontaine, we not see them run.
May I ask you something? Them never meet at different places over the years. So what
Yeah, they
happened to
haven't.
these recent years?
No, them even when them in the ICM camp, them never did that run.
I'll lie you tell. Please go back, go look. That is
Which
why
Them
they have
never.
a head.
How many
That's
times they
why there's
run?
a head to head.
Hmm?
That's why there's a head to head.
Yeah, but how many times they run when them did that something that barring the championship and the trials? Remember, I used to rule that out,
No, but you want me to tell you the exact number.
No, I'm not
The
asking you for
point is,
numbers.
no,
I'm
the point is they
I'm
have
asking
run.
you for
They have
when.
met. The point
Well,
I'm
no.
trying to make is that they have met on the circuit. And
Yes,
I'm
but
saying since 2021, they have not met on the circuit.
Yeah.
before that is true. But before that, they have not met on the circuit either. On a regular basis, probably one time or two times. Same like with them Africa pre.
It doesn't matter if it's regular or not. The mere fact that you're meeting is the point. They were meeting on the circuit and they are no longer meeting anymore. That's the whole point. It doesn't matter if it was 1, 5, 10 times. They were meeting. And
Yeah,
no,
but
they're no
what
longer
happened after
meeting since then.
2021? T. What happened after 2021?
You know what? I'm gonna do you like I do the subscribers. Please go watch the video.
No, what happened after 2021? That I
Go
last
watch
time they
the video.
meet.
Me can't
2022.
bother me can't bother reiterate something what me I say from 2 year now. 2 year or 3 year? How old is this channel? I don't even know. I'm saying it from the channel
I
start.
think it's 3 years. Yeah. Maybe 2020. Olympics. I think you say it's
Listen,
already during
coach.
the Olympics.
Listen, coach. And I'm just gonna use one point. Um, there's always a particular narrative when Elaine and Shelley were supposed to meet back in the early 2021s or 20s, right? Um, it was always what will one be able to pull the other to? You know what I mean? And it got to the point where it seems as though it didn't matter. And I'm not saying that Shelley didn't, beat Elaine because she did, but it seemed as though it didn't matter what Shelley did. Elaine seemed to have been able to come from behind, you know what I mean, and defeat Shelley, right? And I said, if I can sit back and realize that Elaine is gauging and hunting down Shelley each time she runs and is figuring out how to beat her each time she runs, Why would I continue running against Elaine? I'm not going to run against Elaine because she has the ability to do so. You know what I mean? Let me surprise her on the day of the championship or whichever day that we can't avoid being met, and let her figure it out that then and there. You know what I mean? I'm not going to give her the opportunity to do it before. Let me go back to 2021. 21. Yeah, 21. Do you remember Elaine lost at the trials?
Yes, it
And where
was.
did they go? They went to a meet 2 weeks after the trials. And Elaine defeated Shelley. And in that moment, I said, Shelley going to that meeting with Elaine was the worst thing she could have done. Because in that moment, a lot of people were probably not even taking Elaine seriously to think, oh, Elaine may have had a chance to defeat Shelley. But Elaine used that moment to gauge and see how to take out a Shelley. So by the time they got to, what's it called? The Olympic Games, Elaine don't knew what to do. So even if Shelley, and I did realize what Shelley did in the race in terms of her slipping and stuff like that, but the problem was even if Shelley didn't slip on that third step, right? The possibility of her defeating Elaine at that particular point was not going to be, very high, right? So I'm saying going off that, from that particular moment, I said Shelley needs to stop running against Elaine. Point blank period. And Elaine is my girl. You know what I mean? But sometimes you have to hold your cards to your chest. You know what I mean? Let her figure out how to beat me when we are in the championship. Me not gonna give you no race after no race after no race to figure out how to defeat me. You understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, but
And since what have we
T,
seen? We have to run against her.
me get all the way assassin. My point, you said that they have not run after 21, which is true. But what would have caused them not to run? There are extenuating circumstances for Elaine that has caused them not to run. That is the point I'm trying to make. So me wait till you say all of that. If you just bring that point across.
Is
21 them run a
extenuating
pre,
circumstances for who not to run?
huh?
Extenuating circumstances for who not to run?
Elaine.
Look here, all when Elaine injured, Elaine still a run.
So
Elaine never find herself
Elaine,
go all of the different meet them all about the place to go run.
but Shelly now bill for them meet there. Them no
But some
bill
of
for
these
the
meets were
same
after
meet.
the championships. Some of these
The,
meets were after the championships.
and all right. That's why I say from pre them no run again. Because of you rule out the championship, so me not talk about none of that. The only time them compete at championship, except for Commonwealth, because Shelly still never got that. But where have they met? Where have they been booked for the same meet and one withdraw? It not happen.
Why
So
would
you're
they book
right,
for
but
the same meet?
huh?
Why would they book for the same meet if I'm telling you that she's not gonna race Elaine?
No, but me hear what you say, but is that true?
I said that's an opinion. What do you mean if
Right.
that is true? That is my opinion.
Yes, so when I say is it true, is it facts? That me I say. So
What are you
them
talking
not gonna meet
about?
because them not
Me
gonna
not
she
Shelly
don't want
Camp.
to run against
Me
Alien.
not Shelly Camp, coach. Me not Shelly Camp.
Eh?
Am I in Shelly's camp?
That's a rhetorical question.
So you can't ask me if I know that to be a fact, coach. Just like how we can sit down here and analyze situations.
And that's why I'm saying it is
I
not
sat
true,
down
so
and
it can't be
analyzed
fact,
this
it's
for
your
years,
opinion.
and I'm saying that's what
Opinion don't
happened.
necessarily mean that it's the truth.
Okay. All right. Moving on from this, Shelly conversation. I can't. Back to back to back to back to Elaine running at the Prefontaine Classic, right? The expectation from Elaine. What is your expectation?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
As me say, my expectation is not on time. It's just to see her how she execute the different phases of the race to see what to expect from her going forward. So me have to see her execution to then now tie in my analysis of it to expect what I need to expect throughout the season. So if me see the
And
execution and it look muzzle, me know say worries in the dance with Ilian this year. If it looks shaky, there's still gonna be time for it to be improved. But one thing we know about Coach Walcott, the man they a textbook genius to it. The man they pay attention to technique and form. So and once that is intact, you know you're gonna run fast. I don't know why some people don't pay attention to it. Because if you're fast without technique, if you fix up the technique, you go faster. That's what me
my
believe.
thing is, my thing is, why Eugene though? We can do this anywhere. Why Eugene?
And as me say, why Eugene meet well, you alluded to the fact that it could be a swap out and is our old stamping ground, like what me say. It is seen as one of the faster tracks. Good place to open. Good litmus test with those people in the field. So do it early, so what you need to fix. So when you book them again, you know say a full shootout.
Has Elaine ever needed to do that against that field?
Has Elaine ever needed to do that against that field?
Mm-hmm. What you're saying?
Different coach now, different coach at the different sheriff in town, you know. So probably previously she never have to do that, but this sheriff I work on his plan differently.
No, agreed. Right. So we haven't seen what she's capable of doing underneath Ronaldo Walkout, and that's fair. Right. So he'd need to test the waters to see exactly what she
Exactly.
do and then try to fix things from there on. But again, it circles back to the same question I was asking, right? Why Eugene?
I don't know why they didn't choose Eugene.
I don't know. I've been watching, and he operates different from when he's training, elite athletes, in my opinion, from when he's training, you know, like a Kimber Nelson or whichever other athlete. In my opinion, he operates a little bit different. And that's Ronaldo Walcott, right? So I've just been watching, the moves that he makes with Shelly, and where she runs. You know what I mean? And my thought process is, you don't need to go to Eugene to do that. You know what I mean? Especially when there's a lot of question marks, let's put it that way, on the athlete. You know what I mean? In question. And for lack of a better term, athlete people are always looking to tear her down. Find any little excuse to tear her down. Right. And he's big on, as far as I'm concerned, as he said, not adding any additional pressure to his athletes. Right. So why that meet?
He probably see it as no pressure because Elaine is the pressure.
So, which carries me now to the next thing I want to say. Something special has to be coming, because there's no way Jose, given everything we know from Ronaldo Walcott, that he'll be putting Elaine in a field to run against Shakiri. Whether or not we like it, Shakiri is one of the fastest women currently running. You know what I mean? Whether or not she's hit 10.65 this season or not, she's still an athlete that you cannot underestimate. You know what I mean? Marjo Talu is clearly in shape, right? And she's ready to go. You know what I mean? She ran that 10.9 looking like a goddamn gazelle. I was wondering, how tall is this girl, when I was in the stadium? There's no way she looks like that. She was leaping. I was like, okay, Talu. You know what I mean? She's ready to go, right? Julian Alfred, I mean, she's always eager, clearly not afraid of anybody as well. Will come out. We saw her defeat Shakiri last year. You know what I mean? She's been running all season. She has a point to prove as well, being here in Eugene. I haven't seen her in a few weeks, and I'm expecting her to come out strong too. Plus, maybe there's a Dina. We don't know if Dina is going to be there, plus whoever else they're adding to this particular field. But at this particular point, they may not be, as high profile as the other ones that I mentioned before, right? So why put Elaine into all of that? Fire. That's literally fire, because worse, Jamaica is already creating a hullabaloo that she's going to be there. Jamaica has already set their expectations. So why put Elaine into that fire if something special is not coming? Coach?
Oh, it's a question. I think a general question. I mean,
Okay, just your thoughts.
me tend to agree with you. Um, like me say, if him never knows that she ready, him not sure what they say. And I like
Him
say
not
man,
sure there's
and I
any
like
other
say man,
random meeting was Zoe right now that she could go on at.
it could be, it could be an experiment still for true, It could be an experiment. Let us experiment with us with a strong field. No matter who, but it's a strong field. Let us experiment with a strong field, yeah.
Here my thing is.
Because I
When
do
he was
believe that.
experimenting, when he was experimenting with Shelly, you know what I mean? He didn't need a strong field. So I
Remember,
get the
hold on,
experiment.
hold
I
on,
believe he's
hold on,
experimenting, but I just don't think he
hold,
needs a strong field to do it.
hold on. You
Mm-hmm.
can't compare the two of them. He definitively said in the interview he
Mm-hmm.
works with the needs of each athlete that he prepares.
Mm-hmm.
So therefore, if he believes that Shelly can Shelly no need to experiment with a big field, Elaine at the double double, me need to experiment with her to see where she's at. When me have seen her training, is it real? All right. Me now go put you against no little quote unquote dibby dibby. Me I put you in a big pot. Me could see if what we are doing a training are really that. Go on a Eugene go blow it up.
All right. The only way I can kind of get what you're saying is that, and this is a problem I've always had with Elaine over the years, is that she always runs with however the field is running. So if she's running it with some slow people, she runs slow. You know what I mean? And if she's running with some fast people, she runs fast. Right? So are you saying that based on that particular issue that Elaine Thompson-Herah has, then he needs to put her in a fast field because otherwise she's just not going to run?
I'm not saying that. I am trying to analyze why. I could be wrong.
No, that could be a thing, because for me, I was saying, and I would love if he actually sent her down to Timbuktu and told her to actually, run her own race and execute. Because I've had this problem over the years where I've been saying that Elaine has this tendency to only run fast if she's running against somebody fast. You know what I mean? And I've always said that she has to learn how to run by herself. You see how Shelly can run by herself? It doesn't matter who she's running against. If a 10-6 is coming, the 10-6 is coming. You know what I mean? And I
And
thought that
again, and that tells me two different individual again. And the coach is because he's doing what he's doing and he's with them each and every day. He knows what each athlete desires. And that's why I bring up the point. They say it could be an experimental thing that he's doing with Elaine because of even history in probably a look upon to say uh why him need to put her in this race at that particular ground. I am wondering if these names were not going to be a part of it, if she would still be there. That's the other question to ask. Would she still be in the field if Shakira is not going to be there or at Atalo? I don't know.
I think a fair assumption can be made that when it comes to Prefontaine, Nike usually has their best athletes there.
Mhm.
Like they have to be injured to not be there. You know
No
what I
man.
mean? Or up to run a
Sometimes
different
they
event, like
injure and them still run.
maybe a 200, but their 200 isn't even on the offer this year. So that's out of it
Sometimes
clearly.
sometimes they injure and still run, man. So even sometimes them injure and them still run, no matter even if them injure. Um
Some people are saying money talks. Do you think Elaine is motivated and her coach is motivated by money?
I mean, they are working, so money should be the motivation. Accolades and money is the motivation in this game that they are doing.
No,
So
no, no. For Eugene, and not just in general. Clearly, they're working. I mean, Elaine at the stage where she's at. Do you think she's motivated by the Eugene back to ignore every other thing that's going on in her training and drop that? So if she's not ready, and all these other things, just to go get the bag.
no, me not, I don't think at the back them a go for me. Just I ride on the wave where people them a say. That's why I make a general statement. I don't think that she gonna just ignore everything in her training. They would have sat down. They would have looked back on the past few weeks that they are training. The cycle changed. They move over to this cycle. Then probably I said to each other, "This is what is happening, and you are right where you should be. Your midsection of the graph, or you are 2 weeks ahead of what the graph that we plot out. So, because you're 2 weeks ahead, we're gonna put you there. So this is a decision that me think them sit down and make based off what has been happening in training. And it could be a case where she's healthy, but she's behind in training. But you need a big field for help push you. Or she is midway, and I must say, all right, let me test out it again. That's why I say it's I think it's an experiment. Whether it is on the end of the spectrum, the midsection, or the top of the spectrum, I believe the man and the athlete decide that, hey, we're going to experiment.
I don't. I don't fault the or have an issue with the experiment take. Right. I'm all for the experiment take actually, but here's where I have a problem. It's Eugene. The pressure that will be put, and it's not the pressure to run at Eugene per se and the athletes, but just the pressure that will be placed on Elaine herself going there.
The alien says she no feel no pressure. She's the pressure.
Look here.
Stop worrying yourself.
With all that said, the coach himself says that he doesn't want to add any pressure to these athletes. So clearly they feel pressure, right? Regardless of what Elaine wants to say about she's the pressure. I get that. I'm saying with all the added, expectation, and this is a weight. And it's always strange because Elaine always seems to be carrying this, enormous weight of expectation from a Jamaican perspective. Yeah, clearly I'm a fan of hers. I'm always going to be going crazy about what she could possibly do. But it's not the case where I'm like, oh my God, if you don't run it, then I'm going to crucify you, that kind of thing. But some people are like that. So she literally has a target on her back right now. Like he's literally thrusted her right into the target, or firing range. Let's put it that way. He's thrusted her into firing range. And I just can't fathom him, thrusting her into firing range to not going to defeat that field. Personally, personally, I'm just thinking about it and I'm like, there's no way Elaine is going not to win. I mean, it's not to say that she can't lose, but I'm saying she's going there to win. There's a difference, meaning I'm ready and I'm fast enough to win. I don't think he's sending her there to do anything else but win.
And that's what I'm saying. It's the experiment is based off you being 2 weeks ahead in training or ahead of the schedule. Listen, make we go pray.
Man,
All
what do
right,
I need to read in the chats?
all right,
What have
coach.
I been missing?
All right, coach. Let us go and see because yeah, me feel ready, coach. All right, so we're gonna sign on to pray. Boom, it happened. The whole world in a frenzy right now. Track and field world because alien I go bust it tape right. A Eugene in this a field. Me still not look for no time, Me I look for execution. And once she execute, hmm, whatever come. That me I pray.
Jordan, I actually thought Shelly would be going in the 200 meters. I only realized moments ago that there's no 200 meters. So it seems that there's no Shelly because, in my opinion, I can't fathom, Shelly and Elaine being in the same 100-meter race. It's possible, never say never, but it's just not something I envision seeing until they have to. So yeah. Um, I actually came up with this random thought process that maybe it's, a swap. But anyway, considering that he trains both athletes, I just don't see why Elaine would need to go into a Nike event, if something wasn't up, you know what I mean? One, she's ready clearly, but two, Shelly is the Nike athlete, so Shelly would be the one going and not Elaine. You know what I mean? So yeah, I think it's probably some kind of swap situation going on. We'll see Shelly when Shelly decides to come out. To be fair, for me personally, the confidence that I have in these athletes, to reproduce, even when they're not at their best, um, I'm satisfied. Let's put it that way. You know what I mean? Even if she's not able to give me time she's given me in years gone by, I'm still satisfied. You know what I mean? Because I've just watched her time and time again, go out there and just win medals. And as far as I'm concerned, just winning a medal is winning. You know what I mean? I've just watched her time and time again. When I talk about last year, how much weeks did she take, coach, to go from that 10-8, 2 runs to medaling at the World Championships? So, I mean, I'm not even pressed about Shirley, to be fair, because she's proven that she can do it in a short, time span. Elaine has proven as well that she can do it in a short time span. I don't think Sharika has proven it just yet, but I'm giving her the benefit of the doubt, considering who her camp is, to be able to run fast. But, based on your comment about Shakiri, I'm not a fan of you anymore. I misunderstood what you said before. Shakiri, who? I'm not sure what's happening here. Um, I agree with Coach. I guess this is about my Shelly and Elaine tidbits. Um, Elaine couldn't even do what Shelly did into. I I should have never even started talking about Shelly. I forgot that Jordan was here. I forgot that Jordan was here for him to pop off at me and unleash some of those rounds. I don't see what I'm looking for in the comments. Nolan, some Jamaican athletes. Okay. I heard Elaine once said that if she has a contract to run, even if she's not feeling well, oh yeah, she can't tell them she's not running. Remember when
Yeah,
Asafa
that's how
interviewed?
they pre the Nike
Oh yeah,
people them.
that's a Nike and they're pre. I don't think does Puma have any meat? I don't think Puma has any meat.
Yeah, man. I think
No,
the
not
one
those little meats, that they do those Puma. What you call them? Not those meats. I mean like a meat where everybody Puma has to be at.
no, not that I know
I
of.
don't think they-
But
Oh right, they don't have one of those ones.
Mrs. Shelley gotta meet the one year run last. So Shelley does a jog. So all when you
Yeah.
know one day they
So you
have to
don't
go.
have to go there and run like run. You can go there, go jog. I've seen Shelly. Actually, it was in recent years. It was in, and I think Talo won that race. If I'm not mistaken, I think Talo did win the race there. I would hear that. I don't even remember, but I think it's in recent times. In recent times, that happened. But yeah, you don't really have to go. You just have to honor the fixture. Just turn up. You know what I mean? They can't tell you how if you run when you're up on the track. And again, this kind of feeds into what I was saying about how Shelly approaches how she runs. At the end of the day, these people gauge Shelly because of how she runs. And that is important because she is Shelly. If it was any other person, then, it wouldn't matter not. It's because of how she runs why she's important in the bigger scheme of things. Elaine won't show her hand so early in the game. Why do you think, coach, that Elaine went to, why do you think Elaine was able to run that 10.54? What do you think the motivation was? That's the question. What do you think the motivation was to run the 10.54? Or just go as fast as she did? Because
It
she didn't
was
know she was running
it
10.54.
was the
But what do you think the
motivation.
motivation was?
I don't think there was any motivation. She just got pre, she have a feel for do, she have a work for do, and she go execute and she just end up blow a feel.
So there's a school of thought that she went there and performed the way she performed because people were looking down on her because the whole talk was, oh, Shakiri this, Shakiri that. You know what I mean? So there's a school of thought that that's why she did what she did, or was able to perform the way she performed. What do you think about that school of thought?
I've never heard it. Hearing it now, I mean, because people did not talk up Shakiri,
Hmm.
so Elena going to race, got to think about Shakiri, who not do nothing yet in the sport, and because people are talking her up, no, sir,
There's
me not
another
believe.
school of thought. There's another school of thought that after the 100-meter final in Tokyo, right? The conversation surrounding that was if Shelly didn't slip,
Mm-hmm.
right?
That's one more
So
sensible.
the school of thought was because of Shelly is why Elaine ran the way she ran. What do you think about that?
I wouldn't say run the way she ran. She go there for go ensure that she prove the haters and doubters wrong.
Prove right, right. That's what I mean. Because clearly
So
nobody could foresee a 10-5. Right.
me agree and right, and because of execution now, the time would have come. Me agree
Mm-hmm.
with that school of thought more than anything else. Because everybody did have say, yeah, Shelly slip and whatever, whatever. But was Shelly motivated in that race too? That's the next school of thought to think about. I mean, but I think Elaine wanted to prove doubters wrong.
Mm-hmm.
That her win was not a fluke. On the top of nice. Boom, boom, boom. Me beat them CMA, see it there? And look on the time when we run. So when she realized the time when she run, she was so excited. She was screaming because of the time she ran.
Another question then. When has Elaine run her fastest? Who was always in the race?
Surely,
So why is it that it's so hard to understand Shelly not wanting to run against her? Not that Shelly's in fear of her or anything like that, but it's what Shelly being in the race means for Elaine.
mm,
If I'm always going to be pulling you to your best performances, why will I continue to do that?
me not
Whether or
go
not
back.
you're behind me or you end up in front of me, because Shelly did beat her running that 10.60, right? It was still one of Elaine's fastest times. What was that? Was that like a 10.65? Was it? I don't even remember. What was it that she ran behind her for that second place?
Me not remember no, but a 10-6 she dey run to.
If that was anybody else, would Elaine have gone so fast?
With Shelly,
If it was
with
not Shelly?
Elaine. Me no know.
Based on how Elaine runs. Remember I talked about how Elaine runs. She's the type of person that runs based on who is with her running with her.
10-6-4. Me don't know if Shelly did, if Shelly never ended, she would have run so fast. Me don't know. We can analyze it based upon the fact would say it happened, but we still not sure.
No,
These,
I'm
these
not
are
saying you'll be sure, but I'm saying why would it be so hard for you to understand me coming to a thought process that, hey, maybe Shelly should not run against Elaine because clearly she's taking advantage of being in the race with her and being continuously pulled to her fastest times ever. Let Elaine go run those times by herself.
so. But you said that a few blocks ago in terms of the conversation. I didn't say I
No,
don't
I
want
was
that. I
rallying back.
don't.
No, I'm rallying back to that point, and I'm saying that
No, me never
I'm
disagree with it.
asking.
Pete. I didn't disagree with you.
No, I never said you disagree with me, Coach. You
No,
said
you said
that's just
why
your
is it
opinion, T.
difficult to believe? So
You
obviously,
said that's just your opinion, T.
yeah, but it's your opinion, and
But
that's
are
me
we giving our
co-signing. I was co-signing with you. We said that's your opinion. That's not fact. That's your opinion.
opinions? Listen, at the end of
Me
the day,
never
clearly this
disagree
is
with
an
you.
opinionated podcast, right? So this is all opinions.
Hmm.
So with that said, I'm saying why would it be so hard for people to understand or the people in the chat to understand why it's so integral to have a Shelley and Fraser-Pryce running against you?
People don't answer a
And
question.
I will even go a step further. I'll even go a step further. And I say that's probably even why you don't see her go to Diamond Leagues anymore and run against anybody because they're all trying to gauge to run against her and figure out how to get better with running against her.
Mm.
Shelly would rather go run in Timbuktu. Why would I give any of my competition the chance to get better? I'm just thinking about it from my personal perspective. If I'm a competitor, hell to you. If you want to go run, and it's the same thing I said earlier with Shakiri and Sharika. If you want to go run and figure out how to run 200 meters, go and go do that by yourself. But me not help you.
So Sharika, I go start not run with Shakira because of that.
No, I was saying that I've noticed that Shakiri has been running more twos, right? And then there was a fixture that came up with Shakiri and I believe Sharika, that Sharika didn't, turn up for. And I said in that video, that I said, look here, Stephen, you better learn, because Shakiri will stay there in those races with you and figure out how to beat you at the end of the day. Now, do I think Shakiri will probably run at 21.41 or faster to beat a Sharika? No, but at least you're teaching her how to get better. The mere fact that she's running with you, she's getting better and better at her craft. Let her go get better and better at her craft without me in the race. That's the point I'm making. See, and coach, can Tyler Mason possibly make the team? I mean, I thought he would have made the team last year. I think that was just a pressure thing where he blundered. What do you think, coach?
Mm-hmm. I had him. I think I had him to make the team. Did I? But yeah,
You did.
was a rookie mistake from him. But with Omar McLeod,
Yeah, it's gonna be
igniting
tough. I just
his
remember.
fire, it might be difficult for him now. He must go run a
Mm.
blinder to get on the plane.
Nix, I'm not worried if you're talking about the whole Elaine thing. I am of the view that Elaine is coming with something special, but I want you guys to understand the thought process. I just don't want to say Elaine is coming with something special, just dry so. Do you understand what I'm saying? What I have to say has to sound logical. So I'm throwing questions back and forth to coach to build up to something. I was leading up to my end, thought, which was I think something special is coming from Elaine. So it's not that I'm worried per se. I'm not worried at all. You know what I mean? I'm just saying that at the end of the day, with considering all of these factors that are known, that are out there, clearly for her to be at Eugene, something special has to be coming. So no, I'm not worried.
I'm not worried either. When me worried after
Um,
a race, and my worry could be worrying for the world.
what kind of performance would make you worry? Time included.
That may I say now. My worry after the race would be if she not execute well. Me said that earlier. Then me I go
Mm-hmm.
have some challenge with. Of course, me I go in for an execution.
Mm-hmm.
If she execute and one time come, me worry for your opponents them. Cause
Say that
that
part again.
means that I'm saying if she runs and her execution is not up to par, according to me, because she and her coach would have different ideas and plans, I'm going to go in on the performance. Performance, not time. Which well, the performance come with time. But if she execute and one good decent time come, I'm going to be worried for the opponent because that
All right,
simply
coach.
means
I don't want to stop you, but I'm gonna stop you. Okay. Let me ask you a question. When Elaine was running those slow times last year, what issues did you find with her execution?
hold on. Yeah, try muzzle me tea.
No,
Hold
I'm
on.
saying this to say that even when
Hold on.
Elaine is running slow as hell, she looks the same. So I don't know.
No, me at, well, you now see what me I say. That's why I say I am looking for what I am looking for, even though the coach
Well, I
have
was
something
asking
different to
you.
him I look for.
That's why I asked you. What did you see from
The
a
slow
technical
times they want
perspective?
to
How she
run,
executed. Mm-hmm.
execution look flat. Execution look flat. You know, see the mid-sectional alien race look like alien. Seeing? And that was why I concluded that the background work
Mm-hmm.
was
Was not done. Mm-hmm.
not there.
Fair.
So
Fair.
that's the point I'm
So,
trying to. So if she
okay.
run and execute and she get a decent time, like I was saying, I am going to be worried for the opponents because that is going to tell me that people better
Mm-hmm.
watch out because that 50 caliber are going to unleash and people are going to frustration.
All right. Um, I agree to a certain extent. You know why? Because Elaine was able to go from, what was that, 11.06? What was it? 11, what was it last year? Down to 10.79 in a few races. You know what I mean? So clearly, um, it's worries, and especially when you consider how much week she has left to trials, then even if she runs 11 seconds, for me personally, I'm not even perturbed. You know what I mean? Am I saying I don't want to see something faster than 11 seconds? No, of course, it's Elaine. I want to always see her blaze the track and burn the house down. But I'm saying, just thinking about things logically, even if I don't see something sub 11 from her, I'm not concerned, because I remember, and this is what past experiences teach us as well. I remember what happened with her last season, where she came from, and was able to, run a 10.7, as I said. So with 5 weeks
And
away from the trials, if this is
and
her
that's why I
first
don't
one and
look
she
on
runs
time.
second.
That's why I don't look on time for first run.
No, I agree. I don't typically look at times for first runs either. I want to see you first and then gauge you. You know what I
Yes.
mean? But it means, gosh, I can't help myself. I definitely can't help myself when it comes to Elaine, right? So, um, when I think about how much weeks there are to trials, if she drops at 11 seconds and then she has a few more races before trials, I know she's gonna be ready. I know she's gonna be ready, even with an 11-second run. You know what I mean? So I'm not really perturbed, though. I'm not gonna lie. I still want to see something faster. You know what I mean? But I'm not gonna be concerned. So for those people out there that are saying, "Oh my gosh, if she runs anything slow, I don't want to hear any excuses." Well, guess what? Here's your first excuse. Your first excuse. And you can't say it's valid. It's not valid just because. You know what I mean? It's very much valid. These athletes, especially these top athletes that have been to certain places before, don't really need a lot of time to get there, to get back there. Shelly has proved it. Um, as I said, Elaine has proved it. I haven't seen it from Sharika, to be fair. And then Sherika's sprinting career is still young also, so maybe we just haven't had the time to see it yet. And I think maybe, actually, this is actually the year to see it, because she has come out slow, right? She still only has 11 seconds under her belt, right? And she still has the same time to trials, and I fully much expect her to be ready for trials. You know what I mean? So let's see if that comes to fruition, because again, it hasn't been tested yet, clearly, because usually she's had much more races under her belt, but I expect her to be ready too. You know what I mean? Let me see what else is in this comments. When Yelena ran 10.54, she said she didn't think that was her best race. Yeah, she said she felt slow. Um, Jordan, my guy, Richardson is breaking the record. Come, okay. Which record is Elaine breaking? I mean, not Elaine, Shakiri. I believe some Jamaicans are what? I believe some Jamaicans are all should market. Okay, or all should market the self like Shakiri, are better to get more sponsors. I'm confused. Coach, weren't you the one that once said no one hate Elaine?
When we say that now,
I don't know.
you have your receipt there.
Draw off your receipt. Who was it? Who said it? Bruno Lee, draw off your receipt.
Yeah, man, you have your receipt
Um,
and forward.
1063. That's when Elaine ended like a 2-2 train. Oh, right. Yeah, 10.63. Another thing too. So people are averse to the idea of Elaine Thompson-Herah coming out and running, fast in her first race. And I'm saying it's also not impossible, because she's already done it. Remember back in 2017, she's already opened up with a 10.7. My question to you is, coach, and that's an early 10.7. right? My question to you, coach, is do you think because it's a different Elaine, meaning clearly different coaching, that she won't be able to match what she's already done before? And I mean, open her season fast.
Because it's a different coach.
No,
She
people,
won't be
I
able to
people
match.
said in my comment section that because she's a different Elaine, I don't know what that means, but I'm assuming that it has something to do with coaching, right? So I'm saying, she won't be able to open her season fast because I pointed out that she's already done this. You know what I mean? She's already opened her season running fast, so it's not that it's impossible for her, right? Do you think
Not,
that
it's
because
not
it's a different
impossible.
coaching setup, she won't be able to do it?
No, me not say that. This coach has proven that in have people that run fast. No matter, look when Rochelle Wharton, she have the world leading at the hurdles. When Shelley
How
Wharton, Shelley run world leading at the 100. So me
does
not
you
think.
say that? What are your thoughts on Russell Clayton's times so far this season? I
She
need
the
something to wipe. I need something to wipe something that I saw out of my brain. I hope you give it to me.
she the 53 right now.
Should have
She,
53.72.
she has run two races so far. She are getting at the zone. She are get competitive. I guess she are follow instructions where her execution is concerned. Um, which part of the race they are working on? I'm not sure if it is the last part of the race because pretty much she has run every race
No,
going out
my
fast.
question to you. No, my
Um,
question is very specific. My question is the times that she's run.
what about them?
What are your thoughts on the times that she's run so far? What does this mean ultimately for her season?
Um, fifth. That's why I made that go through it. You know, you just love stop people. You just me lose my chain of thought, you know, man. I'm sliding through it to get to the point where me I try make because me I feel visualize it for say all right, whatever. Anyways, continue to talk until me get it back.
No,
You know, allow people for that, man. Sure.
I do allow you to talk, but if it sounds like you're going on a rigmarole, I'm like, okay.
But me nah, it's a sequence. At 8, at 10 hurdle me I go over, you know. So me have to go over all of them. Me can't skip none of hurdle them. But for her opening with seven, she run two time, run 53. She in the 53 bracket. Two races already. Um, is it that she's working on the last part of her race to try and get it down, finish
She is.
stronger? So in terms of how she start out with those 53, I think it is in a good
Mhm.
space for her to probably get her time down to probably a 52 mid, 52 low, or just
I
below the
listened to
52
her
mid.
post-race interview, and she did, hint at her getting half the race right. And clearly, half the race means it's the first half, because
Mm-hmm.
she slowed considerably in the last 200 of the race, right?
Yeah.
So clearly, she wants to make sure she's sprinting all the way out. You're up against Sydney, you're up against Femke Ball. We have to do something different. You know what I mean? So clearly, that's the plan to be faster than she ever was so far this season, right? I mean, be faster than she ever was for this season. Anyway, continue.
Yeah, man. So as me said, based on how she a try to find that rhythm, trying to distribute that race evenly so she can finish strong. I like I said, I'm looking for her to get that time down to probably 52 mid, 50, 52 4. Will that be sufficient enough to get her on the podium? It possibly could, because we know the two front runners are miles ahead. It probably could even get her down to 51 a high. But it depend on what happened on the day. But it's pretty much me see her at a 52 right now, 52 mid, based on how she
She
start
has
out.
to. She has this. I don't know. I don't think she clears the hurdles as efficiently as she should, and I think that's part of it. part of the problem as well. I don't think it's just the speed. I think it's the efficiency over the hurdles. I think Jamaicans, I don't know why I see so many good hurdlers technically from a high school level, and then it seems to not be the case when they get to professionals, you know what I mean? But I think that's where some of the time needs to be shaved. It's just her technical ability. She has gotten better. The Rachel Clayton that medaled in 2019 is not the same one that medaled last year. That's for sure. She has gotten much better technically hurdling. So I think there's also an area for improvement. But the reason why I brought the question up is because I saw an eyesore, situation earlier, and I was like, "What the heck is this?" But anyway, let's keep going. Um, everybody is um BP was with Shelly in the race. Oh, you mean PB? Yeah, but it means something different when you have one of your greatest competitors next to you. You know what I mean? If this is some random person from, I don't know, Jack, then who cares if you're in the race with me? You know what I mean? You're just making up numbers. But when we start talking about people that can challenge me, then that is where it starts to be a problem. Um, Brother, I'm not worried. May I try to drive home the point and say Elena come with something special? Sure. I guess I don't take Chuck so seriously. LOL. What do you mean? There's no reasoning with tea. What are you talking about? Aren't we talking? Am I the only one talking here? Coach, you're not talking. Coach? Hello? Did he freeze? I like you two talking. Elaine never looked the same early last year. She looked tight when she was running and the top end speed wasn't there. Right. So coach said she was flat. Um it was nice seeing progress from Elaine. Uh-huh. Elaine went through a lot of mental, physical and coaching issues that caused her to demise after Prefontaine. Okay. Skin stop run. I could have sworn that Skin was over there coaching with Ray. I don't know what happened. I haven't seen him since, so I don't know. Um, in 2021 as well, she ran 22:0 and 10:9, I believe, to place third in both the 100 meters, but ended up dismissing the fields. I never 10:9. I never 10:9. I don't remember what the time was, but it definitely wasn't 10:9. Wait, was it 10:9? Was it that slow? Let me go back and look. 'Cause we can't work with a 10:9 this year at all. Too much younger people are coming. Women's 100-meter finals. Jamaica trials 2021. Shelly won. Okay, guys, I'm double checking to see what the times were in this race because I honestly don't even remember. Okay. Let's get that photo finish time. No, they don't have the time. They don't have Shelly's time. Shelly's time was 10:71. There's no Elaine wasn't that far behind, was she? I don't think so. Let me see if they put the time in the comments. The comments are turned off. Okay, what the crapper is this? Okay, see, I found another version of the race. Let me see if I can find. Okay, here we go. What? This isn't right. This is the semi. Oh, this was a semifinal. Okay, I can't find the times. My assumption is it wasn't that slow. I don't know though. I don't remember. Um.
So T, let me ask you this.
Mhm.
With
Oh, where
Benjamin,
were you this whole time?
Then, no, that no
Huh?
important right now. That no important. Um, with 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 Benjamin opening with 46 and Santos opening with 46. And if they run at the Olympics 45, does it mean that they're doping?
Warholm didn't open with 46. He hasn't run a 400-meter hurdles.
Santos and Benjamin.
Yes, who you just say? Well, no Warholm, you say.
I must have been mistaken. I'm
Okay,
talking Benjamin and
that means
Santos.
they're doping. I know
Uh-huh.
people are saying they're
Okay,
doping.
your favorite commenter said nobody can take off a second without them being doping.
Where's that comment?
Your
Who said it?
favorite commenter, man. It's initial RH.
RH.
The one
That
Rocky hit. Say
Rocky
me I
Hill is
live in
just
a
mad that
fantasy land.
Rocky Hill is just mad that what's his name? Warholm came out today and almost broke his own world record. Next. Because the Americans seem to think that they have everything unlocked because most people haven't run. So you hear them, throwing out random predictions. Oh, America is going to sweep everything. You know what I mean? And then they secretly start getting mad now that they're seeing other athletes coming out and showing that they're ready to run fast. So Warholm came out and Warholm is showing that he's ready to go. You know what I mean? Santos is also very. People remember Santos from he was a junior? I remember watching that World Junior Championships with Santos. I believe Jahil had was in the race as well because I remember that's why I was watching it. Right? Jahil had won. No, I know Jahil had. Who was it? Who was he in the race with? Child, somebody did win. I'm not remembering. How old is Dos Santos? Dos Santos is younger than him. I can't. Jahil had. It was had to be somebody else. What year championships this was? What's his first name? What is Dos Santos' first
Allison.
name?
Allison.
Huh?
Allison.
Allison? Oh. World Junior Championships. Let me go look at his profile and see which year it is. Cause I swear he was third in the race. I'm trying to remember who won. Result. Honors. I guess we can look at honors. Olympics, World Championships, under 20. Third, 2018. Okay, good. So it was 2018. What was it called? On World under. I
World
should
Judah
change
was
under
called
20.
them.
That may I say to you, Mr. Number say under 20. Me sure say World Junior was saying back in 2018. World Junior 2018. Okay, who was in this race? Oh, it was the South African that won. I remember back then they had a couple of good South Africans. I believe South Africa probably went 1-2 in this race, if I'm not mistaken. How did it go? I don't remember how it did go, but he was very good from he was young. You know what I mean? There was a Jamaican in the race. Who was it? Because I remember I was watching. Who the heck was the Jamaican? Child, let me see the results. Let me see the finishing page.
Anyways, me I go leave.
You're leaving?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, no problemo.
Leaving with a breaking news. Well, I'm on a
Huh?
breaking news still.
Hmm?
Leaving with a breaking news, but I'm not really breaking news because I did drop the story long ago.
Okay,
Um,
what's that?
Bloomfield officially retired from the sport.
Well,
So him now forward back as we did previously think.
you thought he was coming back?
No,
Oh, no, I didn't think he was coming back. I think personally, some people aren't meant for the rigors of this life. Yeah, it takes a tough set of people, special set of people to be able to move from, all these struggles to success. And usually it's the people that are less fortunate. Whether or not we want to hear it or believe it, it's usually the people that are, less fortunate, that are capable of going through all this. Look at the most successful people. They've been the poorest set of people. They've come from the poorest set of communities across Jamaica, and those are the ones that made it. You know what I mean? I don't know any. Tell me if there's any rich person in the sport or person that had it that made it, coach. I don't know. Maybe you can tell me. Is there anybody like that?
Not that I know of.
Hmm?
Not that I know of.
Right. So I'm just saying this to say that I kind of, got the vibe from earlier on. It's even before he, went away that this wasn't for him. It's sad losing a talent like him, but I can't say I didn't foresee something like that. I actually didn't see him coming back when I heard about the whole, retirement thing. I just wish him all the best in his future endeavors, whatever it is. What did you say he had a thing in again?
Other what?
What did he say he had a degree in? Or did he go back to school? What did he say he was going to do? I don't remember.
No, I don't know what he's going to do, but I'm sure that he's probably going back to school.
No, I thought I heard you say something in your video about him doing either was doctor or lawyer. There was one of those things. There was one of those things.
No, I know that he
Oh, okay.
wanted to become a neurosurgeon because him have the brain for that. So I don't know if him
Okay.
gonna pursue that still.
All right. All right. I won't hold you up any longer. So thank you for being here. I appreciate it.
No problem. Big up the people them. No big up for Mike C, but me I got big up Rocky Hill. Anyways, big up yourself, Rocky Hill, and everybody else. T, big up yourself tenfold. Congrats on the 30,000. And just go and do the thing. I'm out.
All right, guys. So I'm just gonna be going through the rest of these comments. We're already on 2 hours and 45 minutes. What? How did we move from barely getting to an hour to 2 hours, 3 hours? Like what is happening here? This is wild. All right. So if Rochelle wasn't performing good, Peter Lloyd would say what? Why did I have to see this comment? What are you talking about? Oh my gosh. I have to stop saying things on my channel, because I don't know. I don't know how you jump there. I don't know how you jump there. I swear to you, Jordan. um, she is trying out a new try pattern. I believe she's on her way to her PB. Listen, I believe when it comes to Elaine, once she's healthy, anything is possible. You know what I mean? I've always thought she was an amazing athlete and a dangerous athlete as well. And you know what I mean? And know that she's even hungry. I oh sorry. Jeez, I need to eat something. I know that she's hungry. I can't imagine what this will be. Not me burping, but anyway, I can't imagine what will happen in 2024 here. I'm excited for it though. Exactly. Elaine Hyde from Shelley. Okay. The year 2021, when Elaine was dominating, Shelley ran against Elaine in Eugene and Lausanne, where she ran her PB beating Elaine. The year was Shelley was dominating. Elaine ducked. That's the year that Elaine wasn't healthy. What the heck are we even talking about? Are you forgetting that Elaine rapidly declined after opening up her season in 2022? Are you forgetting? Okay. Um, Women 100-meter hurdlers are the only consistent group of sprinters that doesn't shy away from each other's competition. 10.8 will win. 10.8 is not winning nothing in Paris. Sorry to break it to you, Hannah. Elaine downturn was when she left MVP and the saga continues. Coach Minzier living in in fantasy island. Anyone can say Elaine's 200-meter time. Can anyone say Elaine's fastest 200-meter time? 21.53. TN coach, y'all think Rochelle is doing the same thing Sydney and now Femke Ball doing from last year with how many steps and strides? To be fair, Jordan, this is where you have to get. If you want to be a part of the conversation, then you have to try new things. If they're doing it and it's working, why not? You know what I mean? The amount of strides that Sydney takes between, as a matter of fact, not only the strides, being able to alternate is also a big part of it as well. And I think Femkeball is now learning how to alternate. So being able to alternate is actually a big part of, why Sydney has been able to run as fast as she's been able to run. And I think Femkeball is learning that as well. So that's part of the thing, guys. So listen, you have to figure out how to change and move along with the times. You can't stay one way and stuck in a um Oh, mercy, guys. I don't know about a drum. Please, I beg you. I beg you. I'm begging. Which reminds me, Zal had dropped off earlier. What happened, Zal? I just remembered to bring it up. What happened? Why did you drop off so suddenly? Um, me I beg you to keep it cute when it comes to Elaine. Don't me I beg you no. Me no want to rude. Oh gosh, guys. It's racing. We should have fun. We should definitely be having fun. We shouldn't be I don't know why people are averse to just enjoying sports sometimes. Just it's a sport. Enjoy it. You know what I mean? Um Elaine is determined to make a comeback. No, she's more settled and fit and informed. Elaine will be a force to be reckoned with, for sure. If everything goes according to plan, she's definitely going to be dangerous, but definitely don't underestimate the rest of the pack as well because they're also hungry and they're also gunning. And remember, she's the one with the bullseye on her back. It's her titles to defend. You know what I mean? So she has to do everything in her power to try to stave them off. It's gonna be hard in the 100 meters, and it's gonna be even harder in the 200 meters. You know what I mean? But she has to be up to the task. Um. Wow, more people dislike Elaine than they like her. 20% reason being about her and what? Due to her T not included. T, you're good. People don't like her because of her fans. What's going on here? I'm not a part of social media like that, so I don't even know what's going on with this war with fans. But hey, sometimes people see how people treat her and it's not fair in my opinion. Right? So I mean, it is what it is. Um the whole show was about Elaine. Shake my head. Stop lying, Mike C. I started the show talking about so many different things before I even touched Elaine. So don't even go there. You know what I mean? But yes, so what if most of the show was about Elaine? Are you mad? Oh my God. Facts, not reality has turned up. I'm not even going to read that because I know some hating comment. All right. Sydney looking to break her own world record again. Well, she takes to the 400-meter hurdles, I believe, this weekend at the Prefontaine Classic. Let me go over. Let me see if they have the start list for that because they have start list for most things except the. Wait, it wasn't that pre. Which part of the 400-meter hurdles are on? Men's 400-meter hurdles. Oh, it's not a pre. It's someplace else. Okay, she's running the 400-meter hurdles someplace this week. And I assumed it was pre, but it's not pre. But I think she's running this weekend. So let's see what that is gonna amount to. But yeah. Um. Anyways, the Thompsons, we always rise to the top, so y'all can keep up the antics. Toot toot, not meant to toot my own horn, but toot 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 toot. Definitely for sure. All right, guys, this was a fun show. I got my thoughts out there. I asked what I thought were some thought provoking questions to get to, what I needed to get to, which was the main point that I think something special is coming from Elaine Thompson-Herah. I don't think Johan Blake is done yet. He could possibly spring a surprise and make the relay team. Um, yeah, so those are the two main topics that we talked about today, as well as some other stuff. You know what I mean? But yeah. Really enjoyed today. I hit 30K, guys. Oh my god. It's like the growth is, phenomenal. Guys, before on the left, kind of hit the like button. Come soon not leaving a drobes because when they hear me I say bye. Please hit the like button before y'all go. Um yeah, the growth has been phenomenal, and I'm honestly just appreciative of all the support. Now, don't get me wrong. While I appreciate the support, I don't want some of y'all to think you can come into my comments and say certain things to me, and it's just gonna fly because you'll pick up a quick block. You know what I mean? Those that have stuck with me the longest understand that if we're gonna be talking about track and field, then a track and field we're talking about the personal attack. You can keep that. The threats, you can keep that. You know what I mean? I don't care about you threatening me with unsubscribing, threatening me with this, that, and another on the third. I mean, okay, bye. You know what I mean? Like, I don't get it. You know what I mean? Why do you have to go to such extremes just because you may not like a topic or, a particular view or a particular take on something? Just tell me why you don't like it. Just say, I don't agree with you because XYZ. Y'all always want to go to some, strange extremes. And I honestly feel like it's because I'm female, because I don't see the same energy when you're talking to the males. I don't see the same energy. So clearly it's because I'm female. But I just want y'all to know that I'm one of those females that bite. You know what I mean? I bite back. So if you bite me, I'll bite you back. But with that said, still, guys, I'm so happy getting to 30K, and I'm looking forward to the continued growth, as I said, and looking forward to get to bigger and bigger and better places, and of course having you guys along for the ride. I promised to do a giveaway, but I didn't know 30K was just gonna slap me in the face just like that. So 30K just randomly jumped on me. So the next time I have a live, I don't know what to give away, guys. I'm lost. um Tell me what you guys think is good for a giveaway, and I see what I can do about that. For the next live show, I think I'll be going live for the Diamond League, in Oregon, right? So what's a good giveaway? I don't know. It's so funny. I was watching a guy that has 300K subscribers, and he was announcing the 300K, and he was doing a giveaway, and he gave away maybe like 5 phone cards. And I said to myself, you have 300K subscribers and you're only giving away 5 phone cards? Then what should I give away with 30? With 30K subscribers? I'm like, what? Oh my gosh. Guys, tell me, what do y'all think? Tell me what y'all think in the comments. Kishane is still injured. Guys, I'm just praying for Kishane. Love you too, Hask. I appreciate it. Later, Richard. Wow, 30K, well done. Yeah, 30K. Please talk about Sanjay Davison. Like his improvement, guys. Love his improvement. Just watching him. I don't like the newfound false start thing that I'm seeing, and I'm just wondering if it's a camp thing, because I noticed that quite a few of these guys from the same camp keep false starting, and I'm just wondering. I don't want a trend to continue, but I think this year he's onto something, and I think this year, um, we could see a low 10-0 this year, maybe a sub 10. I don't want to push it to sub 10, but I could see a low 10-0 from him. By the time trials rolls around, we could possibly see a low 10-0. And I'm excited for him. You know what I mean? Guys, I never really jump to sub 10s when it comes to these men, because it takes a bit to get to that point. You know what I mean? If we get it, then of course I'm excited for him. But I'm not gonna just thrust a sub 10 on him just like that. You know what I mean? But he's improving, and I like it. And he's consistent too. Consistent with his performances. Um Thank you, Mr. Yi. T, what? What are the times you expect Brianna to run in both the 100-meter jogging or go all out? No, don't want her to go all out. I want her to do enough to qualify. Gauge who you're running against. I'm sure this is a conversation she's probably had with her coach. Who are you running against? The only athletes that are there that are a threat are three. Um, 200-meter champion from the SECs. She's the biggest. Well, not necessarily the biggest, because she somehow is not as good over the one as she is over the two. But anyway, there are three athletes. Let me remind you of the names, because I remind myself of the names, child, because these names come and go. They were in my brain earlier, now they're gone. Um, women's one, start list. So we're looking out for three people that she has to be cognizant. So her teammate Thelma Davis is one, right? Mackenzie Long, right? So that's the name I was trying to remember. Mackenzie Long, and also Kayla Jackson. I believe those are the three athletes that she has to contend with. I don't think she has to win. Just do what you needed to do to make sure you're in the top, whatever it moves to the next round. That's all. You know what I mean? And then give yourself enough time to come back for the 200 meters. Clearly, Mackenzie's going to blast that. You know what I mean? Who else is here for the 200 meters? There's another girl. Where is she? Ah, da, 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 da. It's one of those Joellas. No, not Joella. What's her name? It's one of those girls that have similar names that I always keep mixing up. What's her name? I think she runs it. Is it the 2-4 that she runs? Or is it the 1-2? Where's her name? Okay, I don't see her name right here, but I'm sure she's in this East conference, right? So those are the ones that she'd have to contend with on over the two, as well as her same teammate, as I said, Thelma Davis, right? But do enough to just make it. I don't want her to do too much because I'm still worried about her health. You know, as a matter of fact, I'd probably go as far as saying, you know, don't go. But clearly it's collegiate, so she has to, right? I'm looking at the bigger picture. The bigger picture, in my opinion, is our national championships and probably Paris. And I think she has a very, very good shot at heading to Paris, but she needs that time to heal properly. So I don't know how I feel about all these extra runs. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. The life of a collegiate. You know what I mean? Um, T, what are you giving me? He's a cheapskate. You know, that's what I thought. I thought to myself, what in the cheapskate is this? Oh my gosh. One bagabula tea. Oh my lord. I swear to you. I swear to you guys. I do not know. I do not know. I don't know. I don't know what to do, guys. But oh yes, Jamisha Ford. Right, that's the name I was looking for. Didn't see her. There's another one called Jamisha something. Child, and I'm always mixing them up. But anyway, I'm just wishing her all the best. I'm giving her wishing her all the best, as I said. For just the national championships and her continued performance at the in the NCAA system. You know what I mean? I always want the best for our athletes. I just pray that we don't end up worse off. She doesn't end up worse for wear. You know, with all these extra competitions, maybe she could be, almost healed too. So maybe there's that too. So maybe we're just overthinking things. And when we see her on tomorrow, because she comes out tomorrow, maybe when we see her tomorrow, she'll be all good, right? So let's see. Um, no, Demisha Roswell does the hurdles, and she's a pro now. Um, all right, guys. So that is it. I look into what I can do. Tickets to Grand Prix or national trials. Okay, I'll think about what to do. I'll take your opinions, and yeah, I only have 30,000 subscribers, so I'm clearly a brokey. So if that person can give away 5 phone cards for 30,000 subscribers, I was just utterly appalled. I was like, there's no way. But anyway, guys, thank you all for being here. As I said, and I'm gonna bounce. It's been a long, long night, or a long day at least. And yeah, my headache. I still have a headache. But I'm still, hyper based on news that we got earlier that Elaine is coming out. So I'm happy. I'll be in the stand for Racers T. I hope you will be there. I don't know if I'm going to Racers. I don't know if I'm going to Racers. I haven't decided yet. I'll see as we get closer to the meet, but I haven't decided if I'm going to Racers because there's a few things that I need to sort out on my end from a production standpoint, and I just don't want to just be going to these meets willy nilly. You know what I mean? I need to do just get certain things right from a production standpoint, as I said. So I'm not really fussing about going to races until I get certain things in place, right? So that's my plan. I need to get some things in place. I don't think I'll be going to races. Um, I mean, I can just go and be a person in the stands watching, but that's not really what I want. You know what I mean? So yeah. All right, guys. So again, I've been saying bye for the last, I think 20 minutes. Gosh, I don't know how to say bye. Bye, y'all. Love you lots. Again, thank you for helping me get to this point, and you will be along for the ride for 100K, 500K, everything, everything. So yeah, I'll meet you there. I'll meet you all at the finish line. Well, there's no finish line. We'll just keep growing and flourishing, right? Anyway, bye guys. Mwah. Later.